What is good? Hello, hello. What is the origin of this emote? One of my buddies, Mitch, when I like first crazy pinned. What do you mean? Let's get Brovy at Union. Hello, Brolson. Hello, Jordan. One of my buddies, he would come in when I first started streaming, and his message every time would just be, "Yo, what's up? You're insane. Absolute unit," or some shit like that. Yeah, let's get salty. Salty, what do we got cooked up today, huh? Bangers? Finally got Hoyle cert class item. You haven't had Hoyle cert? Copium? Stop thinking for the 6, bro. Heard there was gooning happening. Yeah, we're gooning to the new, I'm actually like, I only have a shirt on right now. We're gonna be gooning to this reveal. Whenever, actually, I need to have Twitch up. Oh, we get an emblem too, don't we? Is the dev stream up? I guess not yet. Or am I stupid? Oh, it is up. I am stupid. Actually, why am I pausing that? Let me just mute it. Okie doke. That's crazy that you didn't have it. You know what I need to do? I need to sit in solo witness encounter. Surely this will keep the checkpoint, right? I just need to wipe after. Holy shit, this is loud. I just need to wipe after, like, reset, I guess. And not get kicked. Can I get bet? Yeah, what's your bet, booty? I deadass only have undies on. It's hot as fuck. Well, yeah, you're in the UK, right? Huge stuff coming in today's reveal. Holy moly. What's up, Fred? And I'm not even on there. We're not friends on D2. Got a point blank full power fan on my shit right now. I have a fan too. Usually keeps me cool, but like I have AC. It's just like my house, like I like this room. I have 2 PCs going. I do have a fridge, which I don't even really use much anymore, but it's just like all those things just produce heat. They will do about 75% yapping, 25% will be actually good things. I mean, that's how it usually goes though. Like, not to say like, okay, like if they show off one thing, it might take like a minute to really cover, and then they talk about it for like 4 minutes in total. So it's like one of the 4 minutes is like they could speedrun the reveal, but yeah, I don't know. That's how it usually is, which I think is fine. If we get 25% of new shit revealed, I'll be happy. Be very excited. And also a lot of it's like the portal in general, so I think this will be just more interesting in general. I just think music is gas. Dude, you say that like Bungie music isn't always gas though. Like everything artistic at Bungie is just always peak. I mean, even this aesthetic, bro, like the witness, the way it looks, like, dude, look at this shit. Like, you fucking kidding me? Like 3D modeling this, I don't even know how this shit's done. Like that shit's just peak. Yeah, that's crazy unknown though. I did read your message. I don't know if I read it out loud, but that's just how it goes. I don't know. Good luck in your future, G miners. Oh shit, yeah. Oh, wait, I'm going to live. You should just join live, Fred.
What's up?
What's gooning on?
Can you hear my fan?
Nah, I can't hear your fan. I don't think you can't hear mine either, right?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's get on.
No.
The low man community can lick my balls.
Wait, so what happened? You
What?
Bro,
DM me the team. DM me the team. Don't say it aloud because I don't want to, like, you know, send hate anyone's way, but
I will. I'll send an army of hate. Actually, I'll pay people to go and hate. No,
that's on you. That's on you.
Who are we
yeah.
hitting?
Yeah. Let me see. I'll pull it up. Bro,
Yeah, there's an
sat there
M1 Parzival
and
for watching
dissected
15 minutes.
My raid report for 4 hours, bro.
Also,
4
I
hours.
have
No, we're not.
3
not
more
playing the
emblems to
game,
give
but
away.
Dissected
So we can do
my
those
raid
today, too.
report for 4 hours.
two more refractants. Sorry.
I'll take a
I need to get rid of
10-second
these.
look and then know that you're a bad player. What is
You
he
mean Team
doing?
Two?
Hey
wanna
man,
see? We'll
see
do,
Fred.
we'll do.
Here's the thing, man. You didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I will not share in
bad.
chat though. I'm just genuinely
No,
curious.
I'm joking.
2 weeks until we can edge our fate. I need to finish Soul Witness in these 2 weeks, man.
It's fucked up. I thought you were my buddy, Fred.
Surely I just
I
finish
thought it
this
was more
week
than
and then
that.
next week I do like a bunch more prep and I'm good.
Oh, I mean, I thought so too when you were inside of me last night. But here we are, man.
No.
Huh?
What?
What?
Nothing. I don't know. My audio bugged. That's weird.
Hmm.
On a rainy day one, I think he's trying, but
I sent you the thing. That's who they had so far, at least.
PGC. Oh. Well, I don't know any of these players, but except for one. Right, let me. Oh, dude. Okay, to be fair, one of these guys is like a clear farmer, so he is solo Crota's End. One of them's a clear farmer, unknown, so like I don't know that.
Bro, the guy that interviewed me was the Mustang guy. Bro is acting like he is fucking Saltagreba, dude. I'm like,
dude,
I'm like,
it's just it's genuinely it's just the community. It just is what it is. Like
I'm like, let's just fucking be clear about this thing right now, right? He's like, because I asked him,
he's
I was
like he's like 2K
okay,
clears.
well,
He's
Not
master.
only do I have more raids than you, I have my raids
Hey
done
Tanner.
faster than you. And he's like, well,
Tanner, you need to love
speed in
yourself, bro. I
raids
saw that
doesn't
tweet.
matter. And I was like, okay.
You're not a
Not
Godskin
fresh
duo. You're a Godric. I don't know. I think that's a boss. I think that's a cool boss in that game.
You guys feel that there's just like something missing from the Edge of Fate? Like,
Content?
I can't put my finger on it, but they've just not shown
A lot of stuff other than Kepler, right?
anything. Yeah, it just doesn't. I feel like they've only hit half the points we usually see when we see stuff about an expansion.
I mean,
that's
I'd
probably
much-
because half is not happening. To be fair.
they're developing half of it right now. These last 2 weeks. No, I'd rather that and then like get surprised by bonus shit than like them show off like everything. Like you ever watch like a movie trailer and it's like 3 or 4 minutes and you're like basically I just watched the spark notes for the movie. I don't really need to see the movie now.
Yeah, but then
hate
again, it's such a critical time that they would have been showing what they've got.
Triple OT these last 2
I
weeks.
think.
Huge.
I think it's way too risky of a play to just not show shit at this point.
I just feel like they
Yeah.
have to, bro. We're 2 weeks out. They have to do something and start building hype for this fucking DLC, you know?
What do you think?
Yeah, they'll show the one new exotic for each class again. What do you mean?
What do you think is like?
If we get,
What are we missing though? That's my question.
I
that
want to
they
know
immediately see?
what are the day in and day out activities we're gonna be grinding on Kepler? What's the raid gonna be like? Do we get a new strike? Are there new lost sectors? Like,
I think it's
a lot of
Okay, well,
confirmed.
they don't show raid shit.
I think it's confirmed no strike via leaks.
Yeah, that's. I mean, realistically, that's not too crazy, but that
Some
is
people
kind of
care.
crazy that it's lacking such
Good morning,
fundamental
Gramps.
Destiny
Yeah, what's
stuff.
up,
Like,
Kirby? I'm Grandpa
not being
Gaming
able to
now.
director, not having strikes. Like, this is all kind of small stuff that realistically, I think they're just cutting down on stuff that will be like, oh, this is bad until it comes out, and then it's like, oh, okay, whatever type stuff.
It's just like, okay, so what? So if we're not gonna even get new strikes or new lost sectors or shit like that, what the fuck are we doing on the day in and day out? Are we grinding fucking public?
Yeah,
events?
old
Is there a
shit,
Well,
seasonal
probably.
activity? Like, the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know how much new shit there is, but like I think the portal system, which they're covering today, is gonna be like The vibe I get from it is they're trying to change the way that the game is played. You know what I mean? Like, what up? They're trying to change the way the game is played.
And I guess it's subjective on whether that change is gonna be like good or not, but it just
one thing I always not liked about DLCs is after you do like campaign and like the main activities, you just kind of go back to old Destiny, no matter how like impactful lore-wise the DLC was. And I kind of always hate that. And I think this time round, that's gonna be the case more than ever, where it's just like you finish up all the Edge of Fate shit, and it's just like how it was before, except for
stream looks bad.
And it's like,
I'm not,
okay,
I don't know if
so
I've
when
actually
do
like seen
GMs
it.
drop? Here we go, another thing to wait on.
for the same strikes that we've always played. Like,
Keep.
It just
but they're gonna show so much shit today, though. I'm hyped for
I
it.
hope they show some new stuff today.
They have to, bro. They have to.
Bro, they're not.
Tony, I don't want that attitude.
Tony, why are you always so negative,
You know,
bro?
Tony just woke up.
Yeah,
he
Tony,
just
you're just
woke up.
hating, Tony.
Tony, you're
It's
like
'cause he
always a
just
negative
woke up,
Nancy,
bro.
bro. Yeah.
He's always
Yeah, negative Nancy.
cranky when he
That's
wakes up.
No,
What is in
I'm
his-
just being a
What is
realist.
in his boxers right now?
This is
Just,
definitely
like,
just
fresh
a
out of
Portal
bed, bro.
recap,
I
bro.
hope he is.
A Portal recap? Oh, hell no. We'll see.
Loki.
Do we know how the portal works though, fully?
We have a good idea.
I don't think it's that complicated.
Is it? It's just like a
Yeah.
launching screen where you change like difficulties and
Yeah.
modifiers, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
I think we
imagine-
might just get more details on like rewards. I think it might just be it.
I mean, that'd still be good.
Imagine it's like a
hoping they show the
15-minute
shooting
stream
range.
though, and they're just like, "Yeah, man, this is the portal again. Here you go. We'll see you guys in Kepler,
What
dude."
if there's a shooting range?
What
I want to know
what if there's
what we
a
can
shooting
earn
range?
before the day one, though. To be fair, like I want to know if armor is like earnable at tier 3 and above, or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah, I got a
know.
comment.
Time,
Someone
though,
saying
right?
that tier 5 armor wouldn't be attainable for months.
I
I
see
the
them
stream earlier,
talk
they're rubbing
about
Destiny
that,
on
and I think
Switch,
it's
yeah?
low-key true, just
Is it?
because of the rate of how you get shit.
Because the
I
higher
thought- I thought
difficulties
tier
of
5
stuff are gated to power level, and the
Yeah.
power level is going to be like
Oh.
You can't
somewhat
play
difficult to get
activities
to,
too
right?
high.
I mean,
above your
surely
power
if we're
level.
doing fucking minus 70 master raids, we could just like put that on and we get tier 5 armor.
might be a rare
No,
drop.
but I'm pretty sure it's quite strict on what power level you have to be to even get into them, more than how it is now.
I think it
That'd be
also.
cringe.
for shit.
They should let you just fucking do it.
I think it also
But that
affects your
might be
loot.
on
I don't think you
purpose.
can like do harder shit and get the loot from it.
Huh?
Like so
what?
somebody said something along the lines of they weren't
Us?
sure if like let's say you could technically do like a minus 90 thing
Oh,
you
new
weren't-
trailer.
up to level.
Then you can get that
You get no
Telephone.
loot.
trailer.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
I want
This
to
might-
see.
Yo, is it- are
What
we
the
getting?
hell?
Are we getting
What the fuck?
transit, dude?
I wasn't even on the fucking stream. Oh, it is 6.
Kepler,
I'm tripping.
you've never been there. And you know every inch of it. It's the farthest either of us have been from home. In distance or in time. You're gonna get a call. An invitation only you can answer. And you'll say yes. They arranged it so you would never say no. Choice is real. And every choice you make will lead you here.
That was pretty hard. That trailer clip right there.
Who you're supposed to be.
Whoever designed that backflip. Kudos to them.
Eyes up, weapon.
Hold on. Was that the raid? What was that?
I think so.
That was the raid. That was the raid.
Oh, I think it was, yeah.
Anytime
clip
there's
it.
6 people dropping in, bro, that's
Yeah,
that's.
I'm clipping and analyzing.
Yeah.
That looked like
Awesome.
the reef almost.
Awesome. Hello,
Well, like-
and
yeah, it looked
welcome
like
to
eternity.
Bungie. Welcome back for
Bruh.
our second live
It's
stream
not the
for
raid.
The Edge of Fate.
Okay.
What you just saw was
the
our
ball rolling.
launch trailer. We are 14 days away from launch. Yeah. 2 weeks. Pretty insane. Today we're going to be talking about what activities are on Kepler. What can you expect from world tiers as you're going through for replayability? And to introduce that, we actually have a wonderful human being on the couch next to me. Did I introduce myself? My name's Dylan. Hi. Your name is Robbie. Hello. Let's actually get a real introduction for you. How you doing?
Hey, Dylan. It's great to be here. I'm the assistant game director for Destiny 2, and I focus on working with the broad Destiny 2 team and creating this game for our players and charting a new course to some new frontiers here with The Edge of Fate. Just 14 days away. It's crazy. Right? It's awesome. Yeah.
I keep telling folks on the team, it's like, we got 14 days, and they're like, wait, huh? It's already here? So today we're going to be looking at Kepler. Can you give us a quick overview? What are we going to be looking at?
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at some of the free roam experience on Kepler, and we're also going to be taking a sneak peek at the end of one of our campaign missions that is replayable in the post game after you complete the campaign of the Kepler experience. We're also going to be talking here about our world tiers a little bit, which we've talked a little bit about in the stream, and we're going to talk about a lot more here today. And so what we're showing on screen right now is the world tier difficulty selector that's on the destination. And so right now we're in the Fabled difficulty, and so Brave and Legendary, you can play through the campaign, you can play through the main quest, the story of the release, and Brave or Legendary, doesn't matter. But after you do that, you're going to unlock Fabled and Mythic difficulties. Now, the difference here, though, is with these difficulties, power is fully enabled. And so that means when you step out of either Brave or Legendary, you're going to probably be able to do Fabled. Most people will be able to do Fabled. Some people might need a fire team, but if you want to play Mythic, you're really going to have to climb power. And the difficulty really escalates, and then the gear gets better. And so if you're hunting for that, that tier 2+, 3, 4 loot, right, you're going to be needing to play and Fabled Mythic to find that. Those higher tier loot,
Yeah, let's get some combat going. Really quick, what is the state of our fire team? You were mentioning we're in Fabled, so this is going to be after they've already done their first playthrough.
Yeah, so this fire team has played through the Legendary campaign. Right now, they are inside of the Gorge, which is one of our 4 major regions of Kepler, and they are in free roam right now, and they are going through one of our free roam encounters. And so the other thing I should call out here is within these free roam encounters, there are reasons to basically go back through the destination using your new abilities in new ways. And so, sorry, can you ask me that question one more time? Like, I feel like I answered it, but then I segued into something else.
I said, what state is our fire team in?
Oh,
post-campaign?
Yeah. We're post-campaign. We're
we're the 22.
We're hunting higher tier loot and gear here on the destination, and they're also doing some of our post-game quests. So both Fabled and Mythic have their very own quest associated with them as part of the post-game that are one part of like completing the Triumphant Seal to earn some exclusive cosmetics and emblems, but also these world quests unlock some additional loot in the game as well. So specifically the Mythic quest that's associated with that world tier unlocks a variant armor set for the Kepler armor. So
can you
as you're playing through the campaign and throughout the experience, there's a
Rui,
2 and 4 set
as well,
piece bonus on the Kepler armor set. Once you complete that Mythic world tier quest, you unlock a variant of that has a different set bonus and a unique shader on it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and for folks that you didn't tune
in
in
last week, campaign again for the third time.
Tier set bonuses, we have a full blog article.
It's kind of like,
go ahead, visit that, check it out.
If it plays like Borderlands
so we're looking at
playthroughs,
this activity.
I'm fine with
this is going to be a free roam mission, right?
Yes.
And these take place in places that are regions on the destination. Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, so I talked about it a little bit before, but this is the Gorge, and so the Vex have actually put a big security lockdown on this entire region. Kepler. So the fire team right now is basically breaking through this security lockdown. And so each of these regions feature multiple of these major encounters, is kind of what we call them, these free roam encounters. And these are kind of like the scale. Sorry, Scott. Trying to get through that security grid and you did not make it. Each of these major encounters we have are kind of like the size of like roughly like a lost sector, but ultimately they're more complex. They have more mechanics. That you have to use the destination abilities to solve some simple puzzles and encounters inside of them. And generally they have like pretty thick combat, especially
Because they
on like
died
the
on the
fabled
fucking thing.
difficulty as well, where we start adding more enemies, tougher enemies, and also there are banes that are applied in the world tiers too that are
Have they
actually
said if these
exclusive to
encounters
Kepler.
change
They
per
were built specifically for this
world
content.
tier?
That's awesome. Yeah, and then as you're going through these sorts of free roam activities and exploring Kepler, what other like side objectives or objectives can pop up?
Yeah, so the way we kind of are thinking about this,
Move
right?
down.
Like you're a lot of this outside of doing the seal, the triumphs, and things like that, and mysteries and secrets, which we can talk about here in a minute, a little bit more. Is like it's about gear pursuit, right? It's about like earning that higher tier gear, chasing power.
Ghost, thank you for the 5 as well, bro.
The way we constructed these regions, there's
I think
these
it's
free
sub-height.
roam major encounters. There's tougher enemies that appear. There's HVTs that pop up. There's destination materials to loot.
Oh, you were looking for the
and there's
mobile link.
this,
Never mind, my bad.
material called a faded cipher as well, and so you're going to be combining destination materials that you get from basically
entering
doing
that.
almost anything.
Yeah, he's
inside of
a
the
boundless
region
tier recruit,
alongside
man.
faded ciphers.
I mean,
in
you can
order
apply
to be
it
able
when
to
we open up,
purchase
what's it called?
specific items
We'll do
at the
recruiting probably after
destination
day one.
vendor, called the altar.
Anyone
of
can apply.
Relativity, at the center.
That's a lot of
Kepler.
names and words.
Lots of
and
proper
yeah,
nouns.
If
Yeah.
you didn't catch this, I know there are going to be breakdowns. We'll have a recap in the TWID, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, and so like what's cool about this is that in the post game, like there's a focus that we
Dude,
created.
the fact that
And
this
so
seems to have
basically,
mechanics is pretty hype.
Through the vendor, you can
Anything
go and look
mechanical,
at it
I
and be
just
like,
enjoy.
Okay, today's focus is the gorge, which the fire team is looking at today. Most of the materials that you're earning here can be used to purchase gear, or you can convert your
guys like
other
the
materials you
number
might have
crunch?
from other regions in order to convert it into the gorge materials to buy stuff. But every day it's going to shift. That daily focus is going to shift. And so a little bit later in the stream, we're going to be seeing a part of Exile's Accord, which we've also some of our content creators and influencers showed as well, and some of their content parts of it. But basically, of the 4 major regions, the daily focus will shift day over day to basically kind of change what you're focused on, what gets you access to that direct purchase loot.
Yeah, and since we're on the topic of rewards, you were talking about like the currencies and the vendor.
Yeah.
You had mentioned
Okay.
before the stream, actually, there's a new form of attunement for the destination as well.
Yeah, so something that was really important to us was like it just, we want to make playing what we call like the action game, like actually experiencing free roam like this and the mission content, like when you
he's on
earn
the
that
nukes,
piece of loot on
he's
Kepler,
getting
as you're
fucked
completing these activities and just got nuked.
No, I'm so happy that
yeah.
they're dying because they were like, this won't be too hard. And it's like, oh, world tiers? Let's introduce them at a higher difficulty, shall we?
Yeah.
But sorry, go ahead.
No, exactly. Yes, this is Fabled pushing back a little bit. They're having to think about what they do, and they just used actually Mattermorph in order to open up a pathway to get around this Vex grid that opened up in the middle of the encounter. But anyway, we were talking specifically, I'm sorry, remind me.
Attunement.
Attunement, thank you. Yeah, so basically, you're going to be able to attune at the vendor a specific piece of gear, armor, or weapon, and any drop on Kepler that drops a piece of armor or weapon will have a chance to be that gear. We just wanted to make sure that as you're playing through the destination, as like you're carving your own path, you're figuring out your own farm routes inside of each of these 4 regions each day of the week. We wanted to make sure that, like, hey, if you're looking for the Giver, that auto rifle that's coming with the Edge Fate here on Kepler, it's like you have a chance to get it anytime a piece of loot drops.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
this
you
sounds
had
a lot more like
mentioned
Division
just
2
a
shit,
minute ago
which is
about,
really good. Division 2 is like gear
secrets
focusing,
and the depth
and farming
of the
was
destination.
nice.
I mean, I'd love to hear. Yeah, go ahead and expand on that.
Yeah, so like it's funny with like secrets and mysteries, like you want to like talk about it a little bit, but like not too much
No
to
spoilers, right?
like spoil it.
Yeah.
But I think like the thing to scratch at here and poke at here is right is like we've talked about the destination abilities a few times, and so with the world tiers and the fabled and mythic difficulties throughout the destination, there are secrets and mysteries, like basically all these little alcoves, these little locations, these side paths, these hidden rooms, all throughout the destination that you can go and discover. And there's a lot available just within the campaign experience. Like if you want to play through the campaign and take it like really slow,
that is true.
and as your own abilities and look around, you're going to find a lot.
I mean,
of
having
mysteries to
only
solve.
one person, I think, is pretty
but we
good.
also wanted to
One
make
person at
sure
a
that
time
in those higher
just
world
streamlines
tiers and
streamlines it for
Mythic,
sure.
that it felt like this expanding
Bro, 5 per special brick is
expansion of that content that you have.
insane.
And it's basically like, hey, you have even more abilities than ever. You can now peel back the onion of this world to discover what's at the core of it. And so we really wanted to make sure that it felt like there was just more and more to dive into the more you unlocked inside of the post game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So in our rehearsals, we never managed to get this perfect timing, but we have perfect timing. I would love to shift to campaign. We're going to be taking you about midway through campaign mission here. A quick note for the audience: if you're avoiding spoilers, we have disabled our VO. We have disabled our subtitles. We're trying to keep this so you are discovering the story as it comes out with the Edge of Fate and our new saga. So as they're getting loaded into that, I'd love to ask you just a couple more questions about free roam in the regions.
Yes.
What other things can happen in regions outside of campaign?
Yeah, so one of the big things that happens inside of these regions are side quests, which we've only talked a little bit about, and these are basically ways that flesh out more of the characters of the world, more of the stories of the people and of the place, and what's happening on Kepler and what's been happening with them before and what might be happening to them in the future. And basically what happens is as you're completing these regions as part of the campaign and you kind of start to unlock more of them, these side quests will start to become available. And so these side quests are available to you at any time. So again, like I was kind of mentioning earlier, like you can either take it really, really slow and take a really long time to get through everything the release has to offer, or you can just like beeline the main quest, beeline the critical path, and then when you get into the higher level world tiers,
same movie for third time you already thought it was mid. That was the issue
available
Borderlands
to you.
3
As we've been,
had.
like, play testing and closing out the Edge of Fate here, it's been really interesting
Borderlands
to
2 was a lot
watch
better
different developers and
because its
people
story
play
was
test the
peak.
content. Myself and Blake Battle, one of our executive producers,
So
he
doing
and
it
I just,
three
like, we're
times
just, like,
over was
beelining it,
fun as
right? And then
fuck.
we get to the end and we like pop open that and we're like, look at all these quests to do, while other people like want to take their time and like experience like the full story of every single little piece.
I like it having side quests.
Yeah,
That's a
we're
Borderlands
actually,
thing, and that's
we're
very
getting
good.
into the campaign right now. And speaking of beelining, we've seen a ton of questions about getting raid race ready. So the raid race is going to be coming out on the Saturday after launch. I believe it's the 19th of July.
Yeah.
What difficulty should players play at to get ready for race?
Yeah, so if you want to be power ready for the contest mode race for the Edge of Fate, you're going to want to play the Legendary campaign. And so when you step out of the Legendary campaign, you will be power ready at that point. Now, if you're gear ready, that's up to you, right? It's like how far you want to go down that rabbit hole.
And that dovetails into like replayability for the story missions and campaign missions and how that makes into world
Pulse
tiers.
rocket?
Yes, right?
Getting that higher tier loot.
Fuck.
Yes. Yeah. So when something that was like
Surely that's,
really
like, good for
important to us when we were
special
thinking
damage.
about replayability and what like aspiration means within an expansion, we really wanted to change some of the formula. Like we wanted to take some of the formula that we think works well, but also change other pieces of it. And one of the really big goals for us was just giving you more reasons and just easier ways to play some of the best content we built. This campaign mission is at the end of the Exiles Accord region. This fire team is taking down a giant Exiles prime servitor.
It's a rocket-assisted pulse.
Some of the Archon's dark matter operations. Sorry, all minor spoilers.
No, it's cool. Bife is probably jotting this down, getting ready for a lore dump about the Fallen, all that kind of stuff.
But this is this is a really fun like multi-phase boss encounter that they're
trying to
orbiting
trap
around
the
this giant servitor, and we really wanted to set something up that this doesn't just was like a one and done.
They like kind of answered your question,
thing.
but also kind of
and so
didn't, right?
things we've kind of done before that we're going back to that we think work well. There's going to be multiple weekly missions that you can play that are larger missions. So we have a capstone mission for each of our regions. We also have some bookends at the beginning and end of the release that the overall length of them and complexity, they are very similar to legendary campaign experiences from the past. So something new
Void Shotgun,
that we did
this thing
for
is a
this release, though,
exotic scout, I
is
think.
we also have a bunch of additional story missions.
But it has
that
like a
take
shotgun-like
place,
mode, I
during
think.
the campaign and you're first introduced to. These are shorter experiences, but they still have like huge impact on the story, moving the story of the main quest into Kepler for, and also help you to unlock different abilities and things throughout it. And so, in the in the world tiers, we actually have a story mission playlist where you can go and it's like a rotator, and you're rotating through a bunch of different randomly selected story missions that are about 10 to 15 minutes. Some people can, if you're going really fast, can get them down a little bit shorter. And those missions are
it was just a spoiler, surely, Tony.
That I was talking about
earlier.
And so
surely the strategy
the other thing I mentioned earlier
to
we have
get
legendary
sold.
quests for
Goddamn.
both Fabled and Mythic. And these quests are going to take you through some of the big campaign missions, again, to experience them with new modifiers, because we're curating modifiers and banes and things like that every single week on the destination,
The site on this
to have a little bit more of a curated experience, but then also
I know, right?
introduce some like new encounters as well. And so, sorry, like I'm going a little all over the place. I mean, some of this is just like so much information, so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But the thing, like, again, I want to to like drive home here is like we wanted to give you really strong incentives to go in and play the free roam experience, to extract materials, to play our story mission playlist. It's called the time lapse mission playlist, to earn faded ciphers, but then also to have reasons to go in and replay some of our biggest campaign missions again through the weekly missions playlist, kind of like the heroic stuff we've had in the past.
And on the stream last week, we talked about how as you're unlocking the destination abilities, you carry those forward after the post game, so you can go in and replay and then have some of these things available, right?
Yeah, that's a really good note, and thank you for hitting on that. Like the way we designed this content was the campaign slowly stepped you into these different abilities and unlocking different versions of them and higher tier versions of them. When you're in the post game,
is it barrier again?
We intentionally
designed barrier this season?
puzzles and encounter mechanics and things, and like even in this boss encounter, there's multiple times that they've had to use matter sparks to like, get into the vents and stuff below this area and pop up through the world. And through the campaign, you would actually have to go and find like a matter spark pad to activate that, and that's actually kind of part of the puzzle.
Yeah, okay.
It's teaching you to kind of look at the world and think about the world in a different way. That is intentional. But then in the post game, as soon as you complete the campaign, you unlock matter spark anywhere, and it's basically like your souped up sparrow.
I can't tell if this hand cannon is good, bro.
Wait, this warlock is wearing some crazy looking armor.
Anywhere means you can actually like sequence break some of our puzzles and sequence break part of our missions, and that was like entirely intentional as a part of the design. And to be honest, Dylan, like the fun part about this too is like we're not 100% sure in some ways where people might sequence break things that we might not expect, but like that was intentional from the design perspective. That like we want people to be able to do that.
It's the magic of like the sandbox and Destiny. Of we don't know how players are going to take this ability with this destination ability with this combatant, etc.
They are not showing the controller very much.
I think I would love to ask you as well.
These guys are all on controller,
we've gotten
surely.
a lot of questions from players where they're like, "Oh, you had mentioned like this is comparable to
Cody,
Horizon."
This guy right here is on controller. Look at his turns.
Kepler, like you had mentioned depth and
this is
sequence
controller.
and a bunch of different things.
Yeah, so I think like you and I were talking about this in rehearsal a little bit, where like that comparison is just to give us like a ballpark of where you want to
steady his aim is.
Watching different streams?
Oranges between what the edge of fate is and what Rise of Iron is. So when we talked about that, we've generally been speaking towards like the size of this destination and the depth of the campaign and post.
Look how jagged his turns are, bro.
This is one of the deepest destinations we've ever built before, and that is why we've been making that comparison to Rise of Iron in that way.
This guy is on controller. I bet my life savings on it.
But also, like the game is very different today, right? We have an entire portal, we have an entire offering
this is exactly what it
with a
looks
bunch
like
of new
on
content, new gear, new things to do. We have the raid.
He's on controller.
The epic raid coming in maybe with Match and Iron, which we'll talk about more in the future. That just it permutes and expands the raid and expands on the story of the raid. It is new content.
Look at how he turns, Olsen. His movement is
build that experience, and so
I really hope they bring
it's like analog.
You
can just tell.
A little bit apples and oranges, but we also are thinking about like the collective packages of what comes with.
Bro, you just have to find vents in the floor.
The game is very different from what it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have the free roam missions, we have campaign, we have secrets, we
binds,
have a lot
bro?
of questing, that kind of stuff. I'd love
cheap way of
before
making
we
something
wrap
new.
up with our
What was the
campaign
bind?
mission to talk a bit
Oh, did it
about
say E?
what else players can expect in terms of
Then again, I'm a
destination.
hater.
So we've seen y'all talking about it. Like we hear y'all, and this is one of those things where like we wanted to
Look how
hold
steady
this
his
back
aim
for it
is.
to be like a surprise and delight.
His movement-
They didn't mention the raid.
That's controller turn. I don't care what you say. This is a test build. It
Let's
could
talk
just
about
show
all this.
E
So
when
there's
it
destination
doesn't have
activity
updated controls.
on It is. I'm not going to name it here. I just want y'all to see it when the game goes live. And it also, and part of that is because like it does relate to some of the story inside of the campaign, especially near the end. And so we wanted to be careful to not unintentionally spoil something if we showed too much of that activity. But anyway, the way to think about it is like it's kind of its own thing. It's kind of unique, but it's kind of a blend of activities like Vex Incursion and Wellspring. And so this is a match-made activity with 3 players. You're going to be using some of your destination abilities and some really chaotic horde mode inspired elements, but there's also some mechanical elements and there's some boss encounters. But it's going to be one of the best places actually to earn rerolls of the exotic armor that's coming to the Edge of Fate that you get from the Legendary campaign. And it's just highly rewarding in general. And so because we wanted to make this activity really rewarding, it is also technically time limited. But on the Kepler map, near the center of the map, there's going to be basically a preview that tells you, like, hey, when does the activity become available? So you're going to know exactly when you can jump into the destination activity in order to like focus farm those things that you care about the most.
Awesome.
Dude, give me EP again.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We've already wrapped up our campaign mission, and now we're actually going to be moving over to Portal, Power Progression. So Robbie, thank you. Chat, thank Robbie for joining us today. And now we're going to swap some folks in.
I think it's controller,
guys. Thanks.
but I don't know.
Thanks so much.
All right. So
the keybind being easy got me fucked up. But
I want to talk about these 2 new exotic weapons that we see on the screen. You saw some of this in our gameplay preview that we just had. We also had some creators, influencers, that kind of stuff coming in and speaking to the hand cannon and the scout rifle. Hand cannon is going to be through an exotic quest on Kepler. No spoilers there. But the team was talking about, oh, hey, here is our overall goal for the weapon. It's for those who are looking for the perfect 3-tap. As for the Void Scout Rifle, that's going to be a part of our new rewards pass. This is just, I'm not going to spoil that either. There are some reviews from our sandbox-minded
I think
creators.
it rotates into when it's available. Think of like Escalation Protocol where you have to wait.
Let's move on to Portal, Power, and Progression.
That's how it sounded to me.
I just looked at our 3 new guests in that order. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, a couple of you are new, but we'll start with you, Ben. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Dylan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. For those who didn't see you on our reveal stream or previous Vidocs, can you give a quick overview? Who are you, what you do?
Yeah, I am Ben Womack. I am the core game director. I am the one helping all the teams that are making the core experience and all the components in the portal and in Edge of Fate as well, like worked well together and like pushed the game forward into like this great new foundation. Really excited to talk about it.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
Next on the couch, brand new to our chair. You've never been on anything, so first time you are meeting the community. Everyone in chat, say hello. Nutty, welcome.
Hi, I'm Nutty. I'm one of our sandbox ability designers.
His first name's Nutty.
That I work with Vivian and Eric, who were here last week.
He kind of looks like a Nutty, though, no?
Yeah, dude, I fuck with it. I just didn't know his first name was legally Nutty.
So today I'm going to talk about all the
I need to see a driver's
modifiers and
license,
additional
bro.
bans.
I mean, maybe it's not, yeah.
Awesome. Last but not least, we got Alan Blaine. How you doing?
Hey, great. How you doing, Dylan?
Oh, you asked me how I am? Thank you so much. Really quick introduction for everybody out there watching. Who are you? What do you do?
Sure.
Crazy.
Hi, I'm Alan. I'm a principal designer, and for the last year, I've been leading the team that's been taking all the cool Banes and modifiers Nutty's team is working on and combining them in a UI.
This guy is our enemy,
with all the
dude.
activities from the activities team,
The
both
Banes
new
guy,
and
dude.
returning activities, making sure that you get good
Dude,
score
I don't know
while you're
why,
playing those
but this guy
activities,
just looks
and then
like
that score turns into
his hand is
loot
glued to a
with
beer
cool
after
seasonal
work
power
hours.
and gear
Stellar. So we have some content on screen. This is what players are going to see when they sign in on day one, and this is our introduction to the portal. Ben, I would love to get just a quick overview for those who may have missed that.
Dude, Nutty goes hard.
What is this space? What are
I'm
we
curious if
in
that's
for?
actually his like legal first name or not,
Exciting.
or just like a nickname. But
making a new front page for the game for Destiny 2, and so we really want to make as much as we could available, like just in a couple clicks, and not having to dig down to find the content that is new or featured or like you're being like your friends are playing or something like convenient that you really want to like go to. Like we have
what is the green? What is the green thing showing 3 mean?
We also have Edge of Fate in the upper corner, of course, which is like the new expansion for the launch right here. We have this huge like quick launch panel on the lower right that is rotating between new activities, like probably the fastest you can play Destiny ever, aside from right when you like start for very first like new character.
Speed or higher?
It's gonna let you just like hit and play something right away with like no delay. And then we have actually a very like nested depth there with all the ops categories on the left, which are all the different kinds of things you can play in the portal that are hooking to all the new systems that Alan and Nutty have been talking about.
Awesome. Yeah, really quick, I'd love to go just line by line for Solo, Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible Ops. Give them an introduction.
Yeah. So Solo Ops is like a new thing that we're doing in the Edge of Fate launch and for the core game. These have activities that are designed to be played by solo players. They're only one-person fire teams, and they're intended to be content that if you just like have a few minutes, like 10, 15 minutes to play Destiny, and you want to go on and like feel satisfied about your time, get some great loot, you're going to go to Solo Ops and like have that opportunity. It's going to be like a really great, concise like experience. We're also like if you don't want to have like the the think about having a fire team for some content as well, you can be assured that this stuff is designed to be played by one player. And so it's like, it's going to have challenge, it's going to have difficulty and modifiers and such you can customize and really great loot to get. But it's a challenge for you, individual. And we think that's really exciting, like alternative to since in the past it felt like I want to play but I don't have any friends, or I'm trying to find someone I have a lot of time, and we have another niche for people to fill if they're in the mood.
Yeah, awesome. And then next up we have fire team
Master
ops.
Lost Sectors, 10 to 15 minutes.
So, like, just talking about fire teams, like quintessential Destiny is playing with 2 other players, a fire team of 3, right? And so we have all of the activities in fire team ops are a 3-player fire team. We have like classic strikes in there. We have like missions from past expansions.
You want a legendary boot?
The Empire Hunt.
You'll do 50 waves of onslaught.
Are in here. There it is. The coil. So past seasonal activities coming back, and
the coils
integrating with all the systems we've been talking about that we're going to talk more about, so that they're like available for you to get new loot in, to work on your power climb, to basically just like, have a great time in whichever way you want to.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, since we're already in the screen, let's go ahead and get our fire team set up with our activity. What are we playing today, Nutty?
We were going to do the Dark Priestess Empire Hunt.
Awesome.
Nutty.
No,
so,
dude, that gives us loot.
Yesterday, let's go.
And Alan, let's get some Banes,
Thanks.
some modifiers
I
on
wanna
that
see how the
stuff
loot
set up.
drops.
Really quick, can you introduce each of these sections for the different modifiers, and then we'll go and kind of pick and choose what we want?
For sure.
You
So
guys
we're
know you can buy
starting
those
at
amongst
Master
Bungie.net.
Activity, and this is 300 combatant power. The first row there that has all the selectable icons that you can change are challenge modifiers. These are things that will increase the combatant power and add some additional difficulty to it. The first one is our Banes. So here you decide what Banes are going to show up, and we paired all of them as like 2 combos that either work well together or at least interesting.
I hate the
today we'll do
Caltrops thing, bro.
threaded and Caltrops. So threaded
Pick out left
is
field.
where as you
I just
damage the
wanted to see-
combatant, it will spawn threadlings, and when it dies, it will throw out a few more threadlings at the same time. And
Dude.
Caltrops is a void area that gets spawned near you, like between you and the combatant, and then when it dies, it throws out another one. So something to make it so you either need to get up in the air or keep going through.
So, starting with retaliation.
Yeah.
If I die, you're coming with me, pretty much. All right, next up, what do we got?
Yeah, let's do subtle
Yes,
foes.
same
So
way.
this just makes it so that when some of the enemies are far away from you, they will be invisible, and that helps them get into close range. Or if you are using a long-range
These aren't
loadout,
bad,
you
but, like,
won't be able to deal with
I'm
them
curious
as
how, like,
much. So you might want to bring
reward
some
score
close range.
And
or
they're
melee.
like very invisible. Not like,
Yeah, not like a little bit of player stealth, but just
Yeah.
like you don't see
like-
them.
yeah, you really have to
The
like,
minimum
pay attention
reward I'm
to
gonna get no matter
What
what.
else can I do?
If I'm at B.
Yeah, let's do Glass Cannon. So Glass Cannon is kind of a fire team equalizing one where it only punishes the person who's doing
Dude,
damage.
what?
So if you have that buddy that, clears the strike ahead of you or is getting all of the kills, well, we're actually going to
This is
give
gonna be
him
GM carries
a debuff where he will
rough,
just
dude.
take more incoming damage. And if you are a little bit closer with your friends, then that's actually a catch-up opportunity
Bro.
where maybe you take over the kill lead and now
You're just
the
better
one
than your
suffering a
friends?
little bit and
You guys should see
So
the
if I'm
difference
playing through
between
this activity
Twitch
and I'm
chat and
stealing all
YouTube
of the
chat.
kills, I'm putting a bit of a
YouTube
debuff on
chat is
myself.
so
Right,
negative.
I think I went for the team. Yeah.
And maybe I'm letting you finish a few of those.
Yeah. All right.
What else? Let's do one more. Chill touch. Yeah, so we were
Take
talking
one
about
look
hitting
at
the
Twitch.
enemies
Okay, so you just
into
need
melee.
600
So
K
this
score to
one,
get to
if
A.
they hit you in melee, you will suffer a stasis debuff.
Why is the reward rank
slowdown.
ranked silver 2?
Awesome.
And that pushes the power all the way up to 360. And those things are also increasing the potential score that you can receive from this. And the score is what drives the reward.
Right. So you see right here when we picked Chill Touch, the gear tier you're going to earn went from tier 2 to tier 3
Bro,
for this activity.
everybody is
So it's really important to
shitting
pay
on this
attention
in
to what you're earning.
You know what you're going to be getting if you
Everybody,
achieve that
bro,
score.
it's just like L
Yeah,
after
and this
L.
is like we've
nah,
talked about
that's
this
not
last
it.
week on
This
stream
ain't
about
it.
approachability
L,
and making it easier
reuse
for players to
content.
understand as they're getting in.
I mean,
So
Thumbs
a lot
down.
of
this
you
is
are
how it
using
used to
it.
be
Shout out
at the
to our
launch of the
teams
game,
that
and
have been doing
people
this
didn't
to show
like
you
it.
combat
Now they're just
power and all that
circling
kind of
back.
stuff. So
Yeah, tons of love and
But
passion.
it's
went
called
into
the
that.
Portal.
yeah, so let's look at
Sick.
player stakes.
Oh, do you want to take this?
Oh yeah. So player stakes are the next
L
category
spamming
down,
YouTube chat.
and they're
Everybody
more
is
about
spamming
the
L.
player's interface with the game itself. So
Destiny
things like
is
lock loadout. We have no HUD is an ability
with
that we
4
added here.
thumbs
So you play with no HUD for a little extra score bonus. And these are things that are really sort of letting you sort of tie one arm behind your back while you're playing. It's not making the combatants more powerful. It's changing how you're playing the game. You can start with no ammo. You can start with locked loadout. We'll be putting some more player stakes in Ash and Iron.
That's cursed.
Yeah.
Start with no ammo.
You're gonna talk about it first, aren't you?
Well, no.
This is gonna make the first 3 minutes.
I just wanted to have us move on to the
you get the
next
first
bit, because
bit
we talked about tying one hand behind your back.
I don't know, Salty. I didn't like it personally.
But in the next bit,
But
this
I
is
don't know.
what you
Maybe
do
other
with the
people
other
did.
hand. So
I thought they
here are the
switched to
things that
GMs, and the
benefit you.
consensus was a lot more people just liked
let's
GMs.
try Livewire. This one is one of my
I guess
favorite.
I can't say that people
It's a
didn't like it, but like
combination
I know
of
I
the,
didn't like
sprint
it,
for
and I know they
amplified that you
switched,
had
so
in
I thought the
Nether,
consensus
along
was
with
other people didn't like it
inherent
too.
AC/DC feedback fence. So we buffed up the enemy's
He
melee
just pronounced
capability.
his own
that hopefully
the
they'll get up
exotic
and
route.
punch
It's
you.
AC
Well,
like
now if they
DO
do,
or
we're
some
just
shit.
gonna
He
shove
called it
them with lightning.
AC/DC,
So I'm kind of
which is also
balancing
what I
out
pronounced it as.
additional challenge that we added, and a different benefit that will kind of counter that and make it so it's actually
So
a
these
little
are
bit easier
bonuses
for me.
that lower your.
What else can we do? Healing finishers are great.
Interesting.
Just another way to get back health, or if you go in for that finisher and take damage on the way, that you'll be able to fill back up. And let's do one more. And sure, hypercritical is pretty fun. This one is actually a little bit tough because it makes it so that the enemies will take less non-precision damage, but more precision
Reward rank
damage.
doesn't change with
So as long as you're hitting your shots, it's easier.
Awesome. And then Ben, we actually we noticed this a bit earlier. There's one more modifier up at the top, and that's actually limited time, right?
Yeah. So this is a accelerator that this is a double bonus focus. So you're in a second drop from the bonus focus activities. So this is we will have given the calendar different accelerators that are on for a given week or day that will apply to the whole portal.
Oh, okay. So
and
this is
have
only
different
providing
benefits.
gear tier 2.
And we're also going to have more of those for events.
Which is, I guess, why it's
and,
silver?
Other things going on in the game
2?
to give you kind of another fresh twist or an incentive to see what's going on.
Yeah,
in the
so
game
how does
and-
the
and
score
get
work
some,
though? That's what I'm
a good
curious
time.
on.
Realize now is a good time to play because they're trying to make.
So I can only ever
every day a
get
good
tier
time to play
2s
Destiny.
in this activity.
I think one of the modifiers we saw during
what does my
our
score
rehearsal
do?
was a bonus to Suros weapons too.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of there can be loot bonuses, there can be gameplay bonuses of more power behind certain weapon archetypes. It's pretty fun. So stay tuned to our calendars. We'll definitely sound off when it's a week
Maybe you
of a
don't
cool
get loot
theme.
unless you're below
let's get
B.
it launched in and actually start taking on some of this combat.
But I'm also curious if deaths
no HUD now.
screw you over,
yeah,
skipping
please.
ads screws you
So,
over.
they aren't going to show no HUD because it'd be confusing, I think, on the
Your
screen.
score's
but
worse, you
no
get a
HUD
tier
is,
1.
is a great example of something you can engage with if you want to, because it's a challenge. It gives your score more opportunity to get better loot, but it takes away information going to the HUD. But what it also does is it makes it feel very cinematic and interesting, and you kind of feel more in tune with the character and the gunplay. And that's a good analogy for what we're intending all the modifiers you're selecting to do. That it's going to let you set up the situation like he was talking about, enemies have chill touch, but I'm going to have Livewire to counter it and create these cool little gameplay moments that are really something that you choose for how you want to play for really awesome loot.
Yeah, and Alan, when we were talking through some of these modifiers, we've taken an
This is
inspiration
cool and
from
all,
a different.
but the way that this ends up just working out is you put on one set of modifiers for every GM pretty much, or every strike, or every activity,
but also no HUD.
and it'll just end up being the
And
best.
we're hoping to get a
for maximizing
Bose-only loadout modifier coming in the future too. We really do want to look at how people are playing the game, whether they're creators playing on stream or people playing at home, and really try to let them set up the challenge for themselves, how they want to do, right? Whether it be challenge modifiers, stakes, or the boons.
Yeah. How often are we going to be adding more modifiers to the portal?
Well, we're going to have some new modifiers coming with events. And we're going to be adding new
Secret
modifiers
dungeons do this?
with the mid-season update with Ash and Iron.
Yeah, that major update. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working on them pretty constantly along with the rest of the team. So it was every few days that another either Bane would come online or Modifier, and I have to go playtest that.
Why
which
was that thing just
pretty
getting
big playtesting lift
shredded?
to try all these combinations and make sure that there aren't any rough edges when you combine some things that maybe we hadn't thought about when we were initially designing them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff that players will find that we won't. We're accepting that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have our challenge for Esoteric or Mork or a couple of the other high skill creators of what can you throw on to make this difficult and can you actually complete it?
Right.
So it'll be fun watching those playthroughs. Ben, paired with that, how often are we going to have more activities being added to the portal?
Yeah, so we want to regularly refresh the portal on so that, there's stuff coming online on somewhat weekly cadence. We're going to have kind of a weekly new stuff coming online for the first few weeks, and then when events come in, they're going to have big changes lots of new modifiers or portal-wide effects. Some are going to come with activities as well, but we're also going to be every major update we're going to have new activities that come in, and we're also going to have like shakeups of existing ops formats.
His Helion is just not hitting anything.
We're going to have a really cool new activity that's paired with an event at Ash Iron launch. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I think is really fun. That's going to be
dude, that threadling thing is going to drive me insane.
Like, hey, we're shaking things up. Here's a brand new thing, in addition to all of like the classics and Destiny like Vault that we're bringing out.
Not just new activity, a new activity type that you've never played before.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so this is all talking about like what you're going to be playing in the portal, and we're going to be moving on to power and progression. So what you're earning, which is people love loot. Nutty, thank you so much for joining us. I'd love to give you just anything else you want to say before you leave.
I definitely want to shout out the rest of the Sandbox team, not just those of us that were working on additional modifiers and bans, but like that playtesting lift. We had everybody across
Plus
Sandbox
2 rockets still on a heavy brick. That's
in
like
all of those
good.
playtests to try and hit as much of this as possible. And I wanted to
back. They revealed some other stuff beforehand.
Some of the modifiers can be. Specifically, I'm thinking back to what we were just playing in live with attrition modifier in Prophecy Week 1, because when we moved to Prophecy Week 2, my fire team had gotten so accustomed to killing enemies and having a little health pickup on the ground that we had to play that final fight completely differently and use cover way more because we couldn't just kill some enemies and run through them to fill back up. Normally, I would think of attrition as a lot more of a challenging modifier, but it turned out that when we were toggling things off and on, it turned out to be more beneficial to us than we were anticipating.
I am still on the side of like attrition is challenging to me, and when it goes away, I'm like, oh, hey, fire team, let's go for it.
And if that makes it too hard for you to get your rewards, then just you toggle it off here.
Yeah,
hit a certain score limit.
It's more about like what you're comfortable playing with, and also what your style is.
So I think this line is where they have to hit to get their loot. But this is where if they kill everything and beat all their goals, they're gonna land. They could never get up to here. That's 600k.
They are actually rewarding to do.
I also do not like the fact that you can't see your score.
We'll probably keep working.
Unless their score is 3675.
Well, thank you for joining us, chat. Everybody
should be at like 200K
thank you,
right
Nutty.
now.
We're going to swap you off and get our power and progression individual in. So
thanks.
Thank you so much.
Oh, this will be useful
while we're doing
information.
This transition, Ben, I would love to ask you what activities.
Is this Brig Invincible? What is happening right now?
So Pinnacle Ops has at Edge of Fate launch, it is going to be filled with exotic missions. And it's going to be exotic missions from the past year and previously as well that are going to be integrated into the whole Portal experience and all the systems we're talking about, all the difficulties, all the modifiers, and intended to be, like...
Dude, I don't know how I feel with this rocket side or this rocket pulse. Like, it's always at like minimal ammo.
They're long.
These teams don't do special finis either, but the amount you get per brick is just so low.
You can get the exotic if you don't have it, first of all. Just from playing on the Portal, it's available all the time. It's not like going through rotation like every week or something. And you can do Fire Team Finder, of course, to find people to play with.
Solar's nerfed. Solar's nerfed? I don't think so.
We're really excited that it's like,
also, even with the finders, it looks like they don't maintain ammo.
Whatever I want, whatever I'm feeling like right now.
So they're kind of good, I guess.
More to Pinnacle Ops in the future with Ash and Iron that we're not going to talk about today. So it's actually a good example of like, hey, we're making this new section of the game that we're going to just keep on building and tinkering with over time.
Awesome. I sense a segue. We were talking about Pinnacle Ops.
Wait, when he pulls trigger, it's just one shot though, right?
Hello, Josh. Welcome to the couch.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
I'm Josh Galinsky. I'm a
I think it's just like, I want it to be like free to run, and you're going to have to like weigh your options, you know what I mean?
And
I think it's going to be more like a sniper than an actual rocket sidearm.
Our gear,
where you just use it for everything.
Progression, as you mentioned, like, what are your rewards? What's the candy you get at the end of your activities and stuff like that? So we spent a lot of time reworking a lot of our stuff in the Edge of Fate, and really 900 is what the internal thing is. But we made big changes to how you engage with power in Destiny. One thing you'll all notice is, I think many of our creators have already noticed in the past, that there has been a power squish. We've reset players down to 10.
I want to see how the hammer comes back.
That is not only to give everyone kind of a fair and equitable starting place, and to kind of like reset the engagement with power. Also,
animation looks like it comes back horizontally.
Not exactly the most friendly starting point.
Not easy to understand if you haven't been along for the ride.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, like, this is the beginning of a new saga. It's the beginning of a new thing here. So we're starting off there. It gives like all Guardians on equal footing with each other, and allows us to kind of build up.
This guy's controller.
You're going to have 200 points of power in the soft cap band.
Intrinsic cap. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And you're going to be able to go and do any activity you want across the game in order to get to that point. Once you get past that, then you enter the seasonal bonus power band, which is where you're going to have to start doing more of the portal activities and the Kepler, like world tiers and stuff, in order to get the power and progression that you want to get at that point.
Cool. So just to restate it, we're going to start at 10 when we launch.
Yep.
Every Guardian joining is going to be at 10. First 190 levels, so up to 200, that's going to be effectively your base power level.
Yep.
And then as you're going into more powerful activities, higher tiers, that's when you start going up and up.
Right, and you'll be able to get up to 450 power up until not Rise of Iron, but Ashen Iron. Once you get to that point in the season, then you're going to be able to go even past that.
Awesome. So when we're talking about seasonal power, is that replacing the artifact power that we have?
Exactly. Like, we did simplify power a little bit further by taking power off of the artifact, and that allowed us to take the power we had there and put it back into the gear. So really, it streamlines it. It makes it so you're only worrying about your gear power as far as your engagement with that. So it just takes one additional level of complexity out of the system.
Yeah, and speaking
I have no idea how the
like
seasonal
that power
shit
climb,
they're saying
our
works,
Pinnacle
but
sources have been updated to actually fit and give more agency, correct?
Absolutely. So one of the things I think, if you're a longtime Destiny player, you're very used to the Pinnacle grind. And you're also used to the limitations that the Pinnacle grind puts on you. And like
they are all using like just precision weapons, I think, against it.
that
I don't
come
know.
with that. Like, there's been many seasons in the past where
seems
I really needed that drop of the boots to come from the thing, and I do my Pinnacles. I didn't get my boots. Well, not only are you able to more target farm individual gear pieces now,
that's huge,
but also the limit of the Pinnacles is no longer a thing. We're going to have some challenges in the game that act as accelerators for you as a Guardian, so you can basically focus on those to get power, like more hits of powerful gear. But really, once you get past that, you can keep going.
Yeah, like everything in the portal is a source of Pinnacle drops.
Exactly.
As much as you want.
As many times as you complete it, with it being up to how you perform and how challenging you make the activities to be how far you can go.
Right. You still have to achieve that score as you go up in power for the higher difficulties, get that better loot.
Right.
Is this the same guy? I think they're all on controller, bro.
So if a player doesn't necessarily want to spend a bunch of time like creating that challenge, we have those offers too.
Yeah, and like
actually,
do have
his
like
swaps are pretty quick.
matchmaking. Which is like set modifiers for every activity that.
Oh, you might be right.
Solo-ops doesn't have matchmaking.
Yeah.
But
His
for
interim movement was so weird in that
match
mission,
with
though.
The players, the modifiers are set, and we also have playlists. Modifiers are set, but we have more than that too. We have conquests.
Right.
And
like that turn is just so jagged.
Yeah.
It's not like smooth.
Just a fun note, we've seen a ton of feedback over the years about players want to play Strike solo, and now.
Oh yeah. That's a great point. Yeah. So we kind of going along with the idea of being player driven. If you don't want to play a strike, like a Grandmaster Nightfall-esque strike, or even like early like difficulties with other players, you don't have to. You can just play it by yourself. You can take as long as you want within the confines of like the modifiers you've chosen to complete the activity and get the loot you have. So that falls into like what is your mood? Like what is it you're feeling like playing right now? And like of these options, like what's appealing to you?
Awesome. Yeah, I think back to you, Josh,
on
really quick.
Cino?
Just from a high level, we talked about how Infusion is changing in the last blog, which, by the way, you should go read it. Can you give a high level for folks that didn't catch the blog? What's changing?
Yeah, at the highest level, upgrade modules are no longer a part of that Infusion thing. They're still going to continue to exist in the game. They can still drop from legacy content, but you can dismantle those for, I think it's an enhancement.
What is his
core
helmet
like
then? Okay.
Glimmer.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
You're right.
Like, those are still there. We're going to have a new unstable core currency that's going to exist, and you're going to use that in addition to enhancement cores in order to, infuse your gear up for the season.
Okay, and a bit of Glimmer too, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And really, at its core, it allows us to just have more texture over things. And one thing I should call out is that seasonal power does reset at the end of this thing, and players will be reset back to 200 when Renegades comes out.
Got it.
So
cool. Yeah, I think just last note on the power climb. So during our reveal event, you spoke about Crucible and how you can actually power up in Crucible to kind of keep pace with your friends. Like, can you expand on that a bit?
Yeah. So there's a time in Destiny's past when you could just play Crucible a lot, and you can get your power, you get great gear, you could like fold in with your friends to play a raid or the challenging content. And we've kind of lost that somewhat over the years. Like it's harder to like feel like Crucible is your identity and really feel like the game is rewarding you for that. So with Edge of Fate launch and the core game and the Crucible ops that we're having, which is a bunch of playlists inside of it, you're going to be able to like start from that.
He got tier
power
3s
and just play Crucible
in a tier 2 activity.
Powered drops, you'll go up and you'll eventually get higher tier, be able to get like really great sets of gear that will then be as good as like anything else that you can find in the game. And you can just play Crucible all the way to the power cap if you want to. We are going to ask you to perform as you go to get more consistent rewards, but it's totally possible.
Yeah, and Josh, you mentioned before too of like trials and competitive Crucible are going to be ways to accelerate. Right?
Absolutely. If you're putting yourself in the pools with the like higher skill players and challenging yourself, that's how you're going to get your faster rewards. And not to mention the Trials armor sets and stuff, like they're really cool this time around.
Yeah, we have a unique armor set for Crucible, for Trials. We have weapons, a bunch of cool rewards coming up, and we'll have a preview of that. One of our characters actually has Trials gear if you didn't notice. But now we have a good moment to look at our seasonal hub.
Sure.
Alan, I'm going to ask you to actually walk us through this.
Yeah, sure. If you notice the seasonal hub up there at the top of the portal screen, if you click into that, you come to the hub, which you're going to have a bunch of daily challenges and weekly challenges, and those are going to give you XP, they're going to give you Bright Dust, they're going to give you extra drops on a portal activity, but it's going to give you progress towards the weekly reward track there. And the weekly reward track has lots of currencies and powerful drops on there, but it also has, if you tab to the next one, it's going to have some Vanguard Armory and Arsenal tokens, which give you bonus drops from Zavala from the list of weapons or armor you can get from these activities that are going to be higher tier, and they're going to be a higher power than you can get from even getting the best grade in there. So you'll want to be doing these, and these refresh every week and get 2 pieces of armor and 2 weapons every single week.
Yeah, and this track is free, correct?
Yeah,
this is all game.
It's all free. Everything in the portal is free.
Awesome.
So if you scroll down from here, you're going to run into the conquest page. Now these there's 2 on expert, 2 on master, and 2 on grandmaster, and these are effectively your grandmaster replacements in the portal. These are going to be fixed power, fixed modifiers, no fire team power. And you get really good rewards for completing it. You'll get 4 higher tier engrams for completing each one.
That are powerful.
Those are higher power, but you'll only be able to get it one time. But these are really about your journey through the season. As you level up, you can take on the first expert one, and then the next expert one, and then the master, and then master 2, and then finally the 2 grandmasters. And with Ash and Iron, we're going to be bringing more grandmaster and ultimate conquest, which will allow you to complete the Conqueror title.
Actually, really quick gameplay team, if you could go back to the modifiers that you were just talking over, this was a really good example of a quality of life feature that came about. We saw a ton of feedback around modifiers like, I'm squinting at these icons, I don't really know what they mean, and now we have them bucketed based on the portal options, so you can more easily identify these things and understand them.
Yeah, and shout out to the UI UX team for like making a really much cleaner look for activity launch than having this cool bucket to look at them. Like, I think it's really good, really good.
Cool. And then there was one more section on the seasonal hub, one more tab down low for the Conqueror Seal.
Yep. So the Conqueror Seal is down here. You're going to be completing the conquest during the season to earn and gild your Conqueror Seal. And since this is still the Conqueror Seal, it's going to maintain its old gilding. So this is going to be continual.
Awesome. Yeah. 14 seasons of Conqueror. Now we're going to keep on going, baby.
Oh my God.
Awesome. So I'm going to say we still have a couple topics to cover. Fire Team, let's go ahead, launch into an activity in Fire Team Ops. Throw on a couple modifiers that you want to go for. Mix and match. I'd love for players to see as you go through how the score is changing, how the rewards can scale, all that kind of stuff. Just have a fun time. For the folks on the couch, we already went through the seasonal hub, the rewards. We are also having a moment in time where Guardian ranks are resetting.
Yes.
Once never bothered again.
Overview. One of you, I believe, Alan.
Alan.
We're just doing GMs.
We took a look. So Guardian ranks, when we launched them, the first few ranks were about learning the game, and then the upper ones were about your seasonal journey and dealing with all the different kinds of things a player might do in Destiny. So we've stripped a bunch of those away and rebuilt
surges on. Wait, that's actually kind of hype.
Completely on the portal. So it's going to be playing through the various activities, using modifiers, playing all the different conquest, gaining power, gaining all the different kinds of rewards. It's going to be really showing like where you're at in that seasonal journey for. But purely for the portal. It's not going to reflect any dungeons. You're not going to have to solo any dungeons. You're not going to have to get commendations. Let's see, what else don't you have to do?
No more expansion gates.
No more expansion gates, any of those kinds of things. So every player will be able to get up to Guardian rank 11 with Ash and Iron.
Yeah,
I mean, Guardian ranks don't matter, but I don't think
ranks, it was kind
removing
of
it. They just spend all this time doing it when, and like,
what do I want to do in Destiny right now? Now we have a lot of stuff in the portal that dovetails into that. Solo dungeons, they still have unique rewards. They're no longer required for 11 in Guardian rank, but you can still get ghosts, sparrows, emblems.
We're not taking anything away from the dungeons. We're taking away things from the Guardian ranks and adding different kinds of things back in.
I can't remember.
And since we're doing that, the first 5 ranks will still be sort of an on-ramp into the game. So we're going to drop everybody back down to Guardian rank 2 with Edge of Fate and let them go from there. There will be lots of cool things to do and earn and play through in the first few ranks. And then starting with Ash and Iron and every season from then on, we'll reset you back to 6, just like we've been doing.
Awesome. Yeah, it's just another portion of what Robbie was talking about with aspiration, where it's like, I have my awesome armor from all these higher tiers. I have a new Guardian rank above my head.
Nah, this modifier is sick.
I have this cool tier 5 weapon, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a ton to hunt,
Can you
a ton
melee
to chase,
with it?
and a lot of things to do. And I think at this point, it's kind of the easiest to get into Destiny and just know what to play.
I wish you could still do melees with it. That'd be sick.
Absolutely believe that. And the exciting part is that everyone's journey through Guardian ranks is going to be kind of different because, a Guardian rank tells you to accomplish this kind of power or complete this activity on this difficulty. How you did it will probably be pretty unique to you compared to other players because you chose different modifiers, or there's different sets available for the given day or week, and maybe you did it solo, like we're talking about, like, you soloed the master difficulty, like one of the requirements in Guardian ranks, maybe you soloed on one of the conquests.
Just to dick
that's
around?
Your story, and that's how you
that's it's
a
certain question.
There are a bunch
this
of
is
options
cool.
for players to choose that I
wish you could just melee for better movement, because grapple movement's a little jank without the melee to like force where you go.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. That actually brings us
kind of like
to
the
end
mercy of momentum a bit,
our power and progression. I believe, Josh, you actually had a couple more things you wanted to say before we left, though.
Yeah, really, like, there's 2 things I want to say. One is that, fireteam power is definitely still a thing that's in this game. We really want to encourage you to play with your friends, and when you do play with your friends, if you're a higher power level than them, that's another thing that can act as a nice accelerator for them and really, increase the bonds of friendship. That's like a core part of the DNA of Destiny is being able to play with fellow Guardians.
Yes. So as an example, if you're at a tier 4 and I'm only tier 2, I join you, we do a tier 4 activity. I still get tier 2.
Dude, yeah, Hoyle cert with this is gonna be like so fun.
Tier 3
you're gonna hit your score a lot easier.
Unless it just doesn't work, which I could see it not working, but
yeah, got it. Cool. And then your second note.
And finally,
this is gonna stay on in the bedroom, bro.
Changes to the game in the Edge of Fate. Like, we're definitely going to be listening to you Guardians. We're going to be listening to the data. We're going to be listening to a lot of stuff. This is just the beginning of a new saga. So we've got a lot to do in the future, and I'm really excited about what's coming our way.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, great.
So I have a few bookkeeping topics to hit before we go about the live game. So we've been talking about the Edge of Fate. Right now we have
no, that's fair, but
on with our dungeons. And let's see here.
Wait, what is this?
Today, 54 minutes ago, we had a new engram go live, the non-area engram. We introduced this in a previous TWID, but basically it's a new engram. You can earn a bunch of Rite of the Nine currency, and then purchase this engram for unique cosmetics that have been introduced over the past few years in Destiny. So if there are things like the skimmer that is Iron Banner theme, kind of like the wolf theme, that's actually in there, and you have a chance to get that. There are some Crimson Doubles emotes and finishers and other cosmetics, so definitely dive in and check that out.
Dude,
additionally, we had
give me the axe finisher. I don't think I have that.
So a couple weeks just before launch, we're going to start showering players with loot. Starting today, we have double Crucible loot, which also applies to Trials of Osiris. So if you're hunting for adepts, if you're hunting for any gear in Crucible, now is a great time to go. And we also have, for the weekend, a lot of players have been asking, what maps are going to be featured? You got Dissonance, you got, Cirrus Plaza, and then you have the last one, which is Eventide Labs. We went through, we had a great conversation about what if we had some type maps on a rotation for these last couple weeks. And for the final week of the season, we're going to have Burnout, Endless Veil, and community favorite Javelin 4. So Trials players rejoice. Players that may not have ever played Trials, get in, get your 4th Streak, get some adepts, try it out, and get some gear to loot up for the Edge of Fate. And the final note, we are going to have all dungeons in the Rite of the Nine experience next week. Higher reward rates, higher currency rates, helping you get more of those drops, go into higher difficulties for your adepts, and potentially even get the hollow foil versions with additional perks.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you all on the couch for joining us.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you, crew. Thank you, gameplay. Thank you, everybody behind the scenes. And players, everybody out there watching, thank you. We have 14 days until the Edge of Fate, 14 days until a new saga. It has been a wild ride over the last 10 plus years of Destiny, and now we're putting our toe in for the next however many years we keep going, you know?
Here we go.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Much love. We're going to be doing a raid over to our good friend Malachi, so if you want to stick around, talk about the stream, Malachi, we're handing it off to you. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Dude, that grapple modifier looks so sick.
Yeah, grapple modifier actually looks like.
That just got me out. Yeah. Salty said that with cert's gonna be crazy. Hopefully, I mean, I don't know if he knows if that's gonna be a thing, but if that does work with that, like
Arachne?
Yeah, like just infinite woven or like think demo weapons like orb printer, just grapple the ground.
Surely there's a cooldown for that, right? Surely.
I don't know, dude. Do you guys think this is the raid?
No, there's not.
That has to be the raid, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, the screenshot.
Yeah, I guess we don't know of any other 6-man activities.
They didn't mention any 6-man activities.
The aesthetic looks sick as fuck.
Yeah.
They said something about it, I think, but we were just yapping because I saw people in Twitch chat saying biggest raid ever, so bigger than SE or some shit like that. So.
Oh, is that what they said? Oh, we'll probably have to check Twitter about that.
Yeah.
Better than last week's stream, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I just wish that this stream was last week's stream and we had more. Like they could have really like doubled.
Dude, I fuck with this aesthetic
today.
It's like it's a little bit of like right of the 90s, so I hope it's like not or like 90s. So I hope there's like some different aesthetics too, so it doesn't just feel like we're doing prophecy or some shit. But this looks sick.
About the extent of what there is to talk about from that.
Yeah. Gene Toady, is there anything for us to do?
You want to do Senate challenges this week? I need to get those done, and then.
Yeah. There's some spicy ornaments in Eververse actually.
I want to check that out too.
Oh yeah.
You want to do what?
The no fry.
Sunshot ornament. The sunshot ornament, bro.
A good one, or
the one that makes it look like Still Hunt. Yeah.
What? What the fuck is this? When did this come out?
It's this season. Huge.
Holy shit, Toity. Look at the ship. Look at the ship. Look at the ship. What
is it the one that I...
Ornithopter.
Good one?
Ornithopter.
Oh.
I'm gonna check what it is on the other class actually. W Eververse. Oh, is the Sun Braces one for Warlock?
Stream of all time? It wasn't bad. Is that the raid? I think I answered that, Echo, but yeah, I think so.
This is gonna be sick, man.
We shall see. What the fuck is this Omnioculus ornament? Oh my god. That is crazy looking.
Is the one with the belly button?
No, it's like a Daito. It's like prophecy looking.
Wait, where do you see this? Oh.
Eververse.
I didn't even realize you could have class exotics on the front page. There's also a new pink shader. I don't know if you guys had that one already or not, but it was new for me.
The Mod Cerise. Oh yeah, I think that was part of the Revenant shader pack.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I will let y'all get to it, man. Thanks for the hang.
Yeah, peace, Unknown.
See you in a bit, Unknown.
Take it.
Yeah, thanks for the hang. I'm about to.
I knew you were gonna do it again. I'm gonna hang myself. Peace, Red.
Yeah, see ya.
In a bit.
Defeat Guardians and Gambit seasonal activities.
Yeah, well, how do we find these non-re-engrams then, bro? We can check this shit out.
I think it's that what's her face?
Feet lady. I'm gonna go check her out.
Yeah, yeah. Toe girl.
Got the feet lady. What?
Oh, dude, I got 12 chicken nuggets just ready to be devoured.
They're just laying on your bed again.
Yup. Not okay. When you say that, it sounds like they're just like out and not in like a container. But
Yeah, they're like, you know how people put like warming stones under their blankets? It's like
no,
that, but with
I
chicken
didn't know that was the
nuggets.
thing. It's like what are that, like a charger plate, like that type of shit.
What the fuck are you? What is a charger plate?
Say you're broke without saying you're broke, bro. Whatever, man. It's something.
What's a charger plate?
It's something like rich people do. You put like a really thin like charger plate under. I don't know why it's called a charger, but you put it under like your main plate, and then they serve you. It's like a plate on a plate.
Oh, you can buy Arbalist, Polaris Lance, Graviton Lance, or Whisper of the Worm.
Is that the
what?
feet lady?
Yeah.
You fucking
And
skip the mission.
non-re-engrams. I'm gonna buy a shit ton of these.
Can you inspect a non-re-engram?
Why can't I get the shader?
Oh yeah, you can. Oh, you can get holo chips from it as well.
Oh what? I spent 800 silver on that
It's
shit.
non-craftable Whisper, yeah. Yeah, I thought it would have a unique look as well. It's just a.
Well, they're also selling
engram?
fucking. They're selling the Gallarhorn skimmer.
Yeah, I'm trying to
which
get
was
that.
like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, there we go. I got a holo chip.
Dude,
What,
I want
did
the
you get the
axe
wings?
finisher.
Got the wings, yeah. Oh, there we go. There's the Galahorn
Nice.
skimmer. GG.
What the fuck? You just got like the
cowbell,
two most
okay.
valuable things immediately.
Patient Zero Outbreak. That's pretty rare. I don't think that's Heartfelt Reunion. Oh, that's a nice. Wait, hold on. Where's that emote? It's gonna be one of these
Oh, I
ones,
just got my first fucking engram was the skimmer. Let's go.
Nice. I got a new finisher. Flood
I
of
got-
Anger. Oh,
I
the
got-
Witcher finisher.
Oh shit, bro.
It's just kind of heat. I like this. I like them giving away cosmetics like this.
Dude, I'm gonna put the Galahorn
Temporal
Sparrow on
sweep.
for a
What is
bit.
that? Wait, did I just get that? Is it an emote?
Wait, is this the Witcher ship? Oh yeah, it is. Got the Witcher ship. Mayfly.
Are there any really
Mm.
cool finishers?
The Witcher one's pretty nice. I just got that one.
Oh, the dropkick one's kind of cool.
Blood of Anger. These are quite easy to get though. You know, there's a maximum of 20 that you can buy.
Is
so
this rare?
that's 7,000 thingies. I just spent 4k, so I need like 3,000 more. Shouldn't be easy to get.
Just go.
Oh, you can only buy 20 of these.
Yeah, but then you get like one a day every day you log in. From now to Edge of
That's
Fate, I
cool.
think.
Also,
As well?
in the preview, that finisher, the Witcher finisher, is not there.
Really?
Yeah, what's it called?
Let me see. It's called Flood of Anger.
Yeah, that's not there. So there must be
Oh.
more.
What the? Can you tell if temporal sweep is in there?
Temporal. Is that a what is that?
Emote.
Finisher?
Exotic.
Maybe I'm not supposed to get it then.
It is
Maybe it's
not
bugged.
there.
Okay, apparently it's really rare, and I just got that.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's true, but
Oh, it's like a bright angle. It doesn't show everything it has.
I don't remember
Right.
one was a
Yeah.
rare one. Oh, maybe the one I have isn't rare though. I'm not sure. Apparently just two of them.
I got a rare outbreak ornament that I didn't have. Patient Zero.
Oh, I got that shit too, bro. That thing looks terrible. I don't know.
I know it doesn't look great, but you know it's
Yeah.
Bro, I'm getting these. I'm getting fuck ass fucking sparrows, dude. I don't want these. I want
Let me
emotes.
put the wings on. The wings on. Let me put the wings on.
Sweeping temporal. What is that? The one you just got, G?
Yeah, did you get that?
Yeah. What the fuck is that? I've
You
never
just
heard of
sweep-
that before.
You sweep a broom, bro. It goes hard.
Huh?
Can't even see my wings in this.
What
this one.
What symbol is that, bro? What
Bro.
season is that from?
Yeah, it's from Season of the One. I don't fucking know, bro.
It's just a green broom instead of blue and purple.
Purple.
What the fuck is sweeping temporal, bro? Does that add money to my account when I sell it?
Probably.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna go eBay my Destiny account now. Like, yeah.
Hey, let's go. Iron Severance Finisher. Oh, fuck yeah. Drop you.
That's pretty cool. Did you see the 3 grapples? I did. Yeah. That was sick. That's a modifier though, but yeah.
Wait, I think it permanently unlocked the wings for me. I can reacquire them from collections.
Yeah, right? Why wouldn't it?
Is that how they usually work?
Yeah, you can just reacquire like whenever you
Oh.
want them. I didn't think they'd just give it away like that though.
I mean, they're giving away the fucking $20 Gallahorn Sparrow.
I guess, yeah. W
indeed.
W's in the
I just
chat.
wanna show,
You seen that?
I'm gonna show my chat this raid screenshot. Let me open it.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't know you could reapply it. I don't even know how to do that shit, but. Wait, why are there so many more Ingrams? Do these show the same cutscenes? Yeah, it was a modifier. Your warlock is not gonna just get 3 grapple grenades for free. Do you have any idea how OP that would be? Every class is gonna be pretty good with melee. Getting 3 grapple melees off would be crazy. And the movement would be also insane.
Yeah, the raid aesthetic looking nice though.
Yeah, I hope it's not all that aesthetic, only because it is an aesthetic we've seen before, but I do like the entrance, if that is like the entrance.
Yeah.
It looks to be like
It's 9
corrupted
themed.
almost, right?
You say
Like
corrupted?
there's these like
what?
vines that are going up it.
Oh yeah, I
Those
see
are
that.
like those are like
It's not
Rainbow
as
Road.
It's like broken down,
Well,
almost abandoned.
yeah, it's not as clean as most of the
Yeah,
nine
it's been
stuff.
corrupted. Because the 9. Some shit happening with the 9, bro.
The 9 got the clap.
So I could see it getting really, really weird. towards the
Oh yeah, and you
bottom,
guys saw the
like
screenshots from
swamp severity.
the trailer, like the old Chicago looking like it takes place in like the 60s or like the 80s or whenever that
Yeah,
is.
dude, I didn't know what I was watching. I thought I was watching like the first Black
Yeah.
Ops 6 trailer that came out? I thought I was watching that. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, it didn't look like Destiny, did it? Yeah, we can do a send and challenge though. So do you want to join?
Yeah, I'll join.
I've been live for a while today already, so not gonna be doing too many big things.
Yeah, sure. Whole friends list is on, bro.
It's so hot in England today as well. It's like 31 degrees. Just sticking to my chair. No AC. Yo, Toady, are you joining?
Yeah. Sorry.
For the witness mines, I'll be in there. At least, if not today, tomorrow for sure. Depends if I can get a checkpoint.
Oh, Petra's at spawn. Let's go.
Petra's at spawn,
You
bro.
know I already got all the bounties on me.
Petra a fucking baddie. Am I wrong?
Yeah, man. I'm saying. Now we just wait for the weapons twid.
What are they manifesting for weapons, Twid? if anything?
Going
say
Sab
again?
as a worm?
What are we manifesting for the weapon twin?
A buff to adaptive frame auto rifles.
Are you guys matchmaking or something? It is not letting me join.
Trying to make it out.
Just in
Time and place, bro. Let's get Luke. How you been,
I
bro?
don't see you online. That's probably why.
Oh.
Hey, you wanna fucking join, bro?
Trying my hardest at the moment.
Where's T? T.
TT.
PT.
Is he online now?
I see him.
I got him. I'm
There he
in.
is.
I just tried to invite you.
Where's the fucking thing today?
In the hood. Nice, man. I saw you started streaming again.
Climb the bones and you'll find your ruin.
Kai 5530 is my bay. Dude, I don't know the numbers of like any robot in this game.
Climb the bones and you'll find your ruin. Is that not the one? It's like on top of the statue. In like the
down in
mausoleum.
Sylvia.
Yeah. Where is it? Mausoleum? Where is it called? That long,
Show on the map.
big building. Big building.
Behind fucking the corrupted spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Breeze, he's handsome.
Yeah.
I know Breeze.
So is there really anything to get excited about today?
New stuff. Triple grapples.
Otherwise,
The grapples look
grapple-
sick, yeah. I was
grapple
saying that in
modifier.
the chat, like no grapple melee, okay, but like instant charging grapples,
Hey,
that's
Setswadi,
pretty nice.
Would you say it's good to do the Ascendant challenge without grabbing the bounty first, or no?
I keep that motherfucking thing on me, man.
Oh my
He
god.
got it from the app, bro. Oh, look at this Galahorn Sparrow. Oh my. Or Skimmer, sorry. It's got a nice little noise when you pull it out.
Oh, that's something else that's got a nice little noise to it when you pull it out.
Yeah, I guess it confirms what we were talking about, where, you know, we're gonna have to play the campaign a lot, you know, over and over to get good gear. It's probably like the main way we're gonna level up, if I had to guess, right? That's probably gonna be the method, like spamming campaign.
I mean, it really seems like all the focus is on the campaign. Which,
Yeah, and Kepler. Well, they said you can farm like good rolls of the new
What the
armor
fuck?
through this new activity that they didn't speak about. Oh yeah, they mentioned like there's the new activity in Ash and Iron that's like a new activity type
Yeah.
as well. Caught that? Oh,
I mean,
not that way.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but is it over here, Toddy? Have you checked?
I'm going there now. Trying to pop my transcendence piece.
Transcendence or tincture?
Tincture, come transcendent, or ascendance. It does not look like it's here.
Chat, where is the Ascendant Challenge today?
Challenge is in the spine of Carries. Where the fuck is
told
that?
you guys, I fucking told you.
Where is
man.
that?
It's like go to
Hold
spawn
on.
and then left.
That's the spine of Carries? I thought that was like the Rhea Silver or some shit.
Rhea
The
Silver.
Rhea Silver.
It's the real silver.
Or Nilvian just has the weirdest
It depends
comments. He said, Llama, I saw Lodi and thought it was new Toidy, like Lloydy.
I don't
Fucking
know
brilliant.
what stats you're gonna want because it depends on how you play. Like I'm probably gonna go melee because I like playing around melee on Hunter, but
Is it a Gambit
I might
bounty
also
this
go
week? Is this where
grenade for a
people are
build, so I have like good cert
talking to
uptime.
Cookie?
I don't really know.
Gambit King.
Oh, can you make it that way, G?
I don't know.
You can, yeah. It looks like you can.
Oh, don't you have to like fucking? Oh, no, you don't. Shit. Which one is this? Is this the good one? No.
It's one we have to climb, I think.
Mountaintops, yeah.
I got a decent Sanguine earlier. I was farming GMs. I got a 21 weapon, 21 super one. I'm just gonna Just call it.
Oh, like,
Let's
yeah,
try and get
yeah.
a good Pyrogales as
You're not
well.
gonna try and get anything better.
Nah. My luck with Pyrogales is atrocious.
What do you mean this one's the bad one? This guy just fucking faded.
That's the bad one. I asked if this was the good one.
Oh.
The bad one's done. I don't think we're seeing the bad one was the one we had to climb all the way to the top with like the knights that were chasing you. I don't think we'll ever see that one again.
I need to go do Aphelian's Rest Lost Sector now.
You're doing dailies, bro?
Where's Aphelian's Rest?
Isn't that the one behind spawn? No.
No. It's Bay of Drowned Wishes.
You want to join me back?
Once we kill this last sector boss, we'll be there.
Sure, I'll just load in. So I'm gonna go to the toilet. Be right back. Oh my god.
You don't have the daily. You don't do any dailies, 30?
No, I do. I just figured we would just rip all the Shandas first.
Got you.
Dailies make a...
Yeah, cool. It's just gonna be a playable
Most of the
activity that
XP, don't
rotates
they?
Ghost. What's up?
Don't dailies make up like the majority of the XP you get from bounty prep?
Yeah, or at least half. Oh, you know what? I do need to kill Taken. Whoa.
Really dailies?
I didn't hear what you said.
Wow. I'm trying to character.
Okay, my CP just crashed. Or my PC. My GPU.
Okay.
Alright, I'll talk to you guys
How
in a
much
sec.
fixed, bro?
Listen, I don't pick it. My thing just decides to stop working for fun. It's clearly not crashed because you can hear me. It just, I don't know.
You know about the thing where you like click refresh your graphics drivers?
No, how do you do that?
It's like Windows plus something plus something.
I just pressed Control Alt Delete and now. Okay, this doesn't sound good.
It's Windows key, Control
All right. I think I'm back audio wise. Sorry, I don't know. No, I don't think I need a new PC though. Post like the shit just summer sales online. I just need like to figure out the GPU issue. It could be something tiny that I don't even know. It's so hard to fix. I do agree with the witness take. Destiny, boot that up. I need to join VC. I'm back.
And now it's a specific one. I just don't know which one it is specifically this week. Apparently it's prof.
I have the bow.
Oh, okay, so it's just you want cosmetics.
Didn't see any middle finger.
Yeah, this is the week.
I did that.
Yeah. GPU crashed you?
Yeah.
Lucky.
What? I didn't try
First time in how long?
Well, it was a week, and then I had it the other day, and then it went like another like 4 or 5 days or so, I think, and then now I'm good. Or what? Then now it's not good. I don't know. I don't think it'll be an issue day one, and if it is an issue day one, like we'll lose maximum probably 10 minutes on it because I usually have max 2 PC crashes, and then it like completely stabilizes until I reset the PC and turn it back on again.
Yeah, at least it's not your internet going out or anything. You know, that would be worse.
Yeah. Also, I'll probably just play the game. Like it usually happens within the first like hour of doing shit, so I'll just like boot up my PC early in the morning and play the game and try and proc a crash early.
Proc a crash.
Okay. Let me swap characters. Bro. I mean, like, am I wrong? It's tech. Like, get the shit out of the way early.
Llama. Desynced.
Where's my dim, bro? Preemptive crash strat. No, it's technically the strat, bro. Like, actually. Wait, this needs to go to Toten. Wait, why can't I join you? Did you change characters again?
Yeah, sorry, I just changed.
Do you have this emblem on all of your characters?
Of course I do.
You gotta switch so I know when you're on a different character, man.
Yeah, man. Nah, I'm hunkering down, if you know what I mean.
Hunkering down?
Yeah.
I in this context, I have no idea what that means. No.
Bro has it and he's not a knower.
Bro has it?
You do?
The emblem. Is the emblem called hunkering down?
I'll hunker down now.
The emblem is called hunker down.
Oh. Idea. You want to know why I don't know that?
You don't like Salvation's Edge?
I don't read shit, dude. That's why. 10 minutes is the difference between worlds versus not.
Oh, do you guys like my stats, by the way?
I mean, it can be.
This is a Edge of Fate Hunter build right here.
How is this good?
Yeah, what? What are you talking?
Bro, got 100 recov, which is turning into 100 class, so I can spam my ascension. 90 discipline for the grenade regen, more renewals, melee for the threaded spike.
I'm gonna be so real.
It's gas.
I think I'm just gonna go like 100 baseline on like everything, I think, and then just like max melee for spike. As long as my spike can one-shot red bars, that's all I care about in day one. But I get your point. Yo, Toady, you good, bro?
Yeah.
I'm getting my fucking Gallarhorn skimmer, bro.
You're just standing still, like
characters.
You're just standing still, vibing out, like getting. Yeah, they were fucking up your skimmer.
Hold on, I'll give a renewal on your way.
Oh, I got ×2 off of that. Holy shit, that's so quick.
Yeah. That's because they buffed it in Heresy. It comes on a lot faster than it used to.
Coming?
I can't summon my
Shut your bitch ass up, Toady.
How did you just summon? Did you summon shit? No, you didn't.
Wait, I don't have fucking
You don't have a tincture proceed.
sword.
Oh my fucking god, I suck at Titan movement.
I saw that.
Your catapult just runs out too quick, man. You have to like edge it.
Yeah, you need to learn to use the catapult, learn the ways of the catapult. Yeah.
Okay, man, that's... I don't need... Yeah. You know what? Maybe I do need to learn the ways of the catapult.
He's lost for words.
No way you died again, bro.
No, this is how you use catapult. You do your eager swing, you do like a little tap tap, and then another tap tap. It's like a hunter jump. Treat it like a hunter jump.
Guys, I know this.
So except
guys, I don't think I need like...
Yeah, you sure about that?
I don't
yeah,
think
you
I need
sure about that, buddy?
Dude, I don't know where the platform's in because I spawn in and my whole screen is black.
I think someone needs to make like a movement tech guide.
I'll do a little...
No. Fucked up this Japanese egg. What is a Japanese egg sandwich?
Out here threading
What is Japanese about it?
Renewals on. Amplified.
There's no way this guy's still alive. Good job, guys.
What are the clan badges this week?
I don't know. I still need 10 more like Crucible. Check them. If you have some, I'll do some because I do need to. I've been slacking on the clan bounties.
Just gonna take us to the tower.
I have 10 Crucible matches completed that expires in 31 minutes.
Wait, did you do all 3 of them?
Yeah, we did all 3.
Ascendant challenges, yeah.
Actually, that is fair. I have some that like go away in a second here, so I don't know if it's worth like doing if I'm gonna like lose it after I'm done like 80% of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I need to complete 10 Crucible matches in 30 minutes.
Mandarin. Japanese people don't speak Mandarin. Mandarin and Chinese people speak Mandarin.
Oh yeah, I got accepted for the like Twitch 2K streaming beta. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Is that even worth doing? If I have 1080p monitors, like, does it affect the quality for people watching the stream? Or
I don't think it can if you're not. You can't encode in 2K if you're not playing in 2K. I don't think.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, but
you still asked, so like. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you can. I don't know. My issue with like my stream not always looking clean is like bitrate too, I'm pretty sure, or my encoder on my graphics card not being like AV1.
What does that mean?
I think AV1 is just like a better way to encode, but it's only on 3000 series or newer. I think you actually have access to that, right? Because you're streaming on a 4090, right? Yeah.
I have well, the options I have like just NVENC and like 264.
Yeah, but your NVENC has access, I'm pretty sure, to an AV1 encoding.
Oh right.
Method or whatever. I don't think mine does because I stream off of a 2080 Super.
Defeat Guardians. Yeah, it's defeat Guardians in Gambit. I think I am missing that on some characters. I can just do that later though, Loki.
Yeah, sure. 49 by 1080p monitor. Bro.
¿Qué más?
Yeah.
¿Algo para jugar?
I need to get a better monitor. But I also don't really care that much, so... Hold on, maybe I'll get one pre-Edge of Fate. I don't know if it actually might make my performance a lot better.
The seasonal one is like cancer, right?
Yeah, it's like 1,000 kills, or if it's the kill one or completions one, I don't know. I think it's 10 completions. It's like 10 nethers or 10.
Christ, man.
Yeah. yeah.
Did you guys ever go invis and your guns are just like fully visible and you don't know if you're invis?
Yeah, bro. I remember doing that in fucking Ghosts. I would also watch your stream, and literally every time Ghosts, you would.
It started happening in Ghosts, I think, for me for the first time, and that's when I realized I was like I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I didn't know if I was actually invis or not, or my proc wasn't going through, and then I realized like after a few runs it was going through. So, but it still fucks with me sometimes.
Power with Lizard.
Churro.
Gee, are you still streaming? Like, you gonna do Witness or something?
I don't have a checkpoint. If you're asking from like a raid perspective, you'd raid somebody else. I got a new audio device that I need to set up. So if I do a couple, I'm gonna probably prep a character with bounties, and then like I don't know if I'll be on for longer than like an hour.
All right, I'm just gonna end my stream. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, you're good. You watch the world's first Soul Falls Ghost of the Deep Ultimatum? No, bro. Who got it though? Ghost, or what's it called? ZCP? I need darkness. Oh, you know why I can't build darkness? I don't have any fucking... I usually use Tinashes, that's why. Oh, that build's good darkness. Ah, dude. Cold Snap Nade is so inconsistent with its darkness building. Do I have Arc Loader on? What arc weapon was I using last? The fuck? Sure, I got the Taken one done too, right? 52. Interesting. Whatever. Such a good lost sector, man. Why'd you redact that arc? Who got the clear? Now I'm curious. I just don't really keep up with that shit. If it's not on my feed, I don't like keep up with who clears shit first usually. Phone speaking? Oh. Dude, I love the way Warlock swings swords. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks so clean to me. Change character. We go back to... Did I finish Hunter? I think I still need a few taken enemies on Hunter. I don't know if I need to do it in Dreaming City or not, but whatever. Aiden the Goat. There's a lot of Master Soul Falls. Oh, Aiden got the clear. Console Demon. Got you. A sick. Not like 2 hour clear. Oh, really? Oh, that's impressive too. I don't even know if there were... The cheese strats that I remember were for Spire. Like, you just gen a ton of ammo and then, you know... Wait, can you ramp off this? Am I trolling? I never knew this was a thing. I need to start using this. Dude, I thought my GPU was crashing again. I was going to lose it. gonna kill like this first group of ads, and then I'm just gonna get it done. Watch. Yeah, cool, dude. Wait, do I have bounties done on Titan? I have some done, not much though. Okay. What am I doing? Does not have 24 levels saved. Nah, yeah, not yet. I mean, to be fair, like the way I do it, unless it's an Ascendant challenge, I don't usually wait like on a week-to-week basis. I just fill up with like dailies and shit. So my Hunter's pretty prepped. Need some more. Cooking a fuck ton on the 4th. Oh, nice. Drop pictures in the cord. Are you doing a lot of like American food, or is it more fancy? I feel like more fancy than like burgers and fries and shit. Oh, what a fucking... I thought I was hitting the bridge, whatever. Okay, okay. Dude, the nade lasts that long. Okay, cool. One bolt charge is like half his HP.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Come back.
Hello.
I mean, you use this repulsor brace auto a lot, yeah? Like, how often does the repulsor feel like it just doesn't work?
No, I actually stopped using repulsor brace on it. I just went for a damage perk instead, just because it was so inconsistent. I've been messing with one for all, and I think that was quite nice.
Yeah, that's true. With the volatile proc set, I'm assuming.
No, it doesn't actually.
Oh.
But it's quite easy to hit 3 targets. So.
See, I seem to always get overshield on my first proc, but I do.
It's like a
agree,
very inconsistent debuff for some reason. That looks like an encounter, bro. I see like.
I think
that's got to be an encounter.
You looking at the raid?
Yeah.
Screenshot. Yeah,
it looks like an
that might.
It looks like an entrance encounter though. Like, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. They if Twitch chat is to be trusted, and they were like quoting the speaker saying it's the biggest raid ever, that does look quite open, and I could very much see it being like.
Wait, who said it was the biggest raid ever?
Do you remember at what point in the stream that was, Sweaty? So I can try and rewind it. Like how far in? Like 20 minutes or something?
What up, Brennan? Wait. Can you? Hold on. I'm lost at.
Nah, I got no idea.
Who are we trusting that it's the biggest raid ever?
So we were yapping, and talking about some bullshit.
It was actually very bad timing on the yap, yeah.
Very bad. And then I saw people in Twitch chat talk about like raid, and then a couple of them quoted like the same phrase saying biggest raid ever, and then like, oh, so it's bigger than SE, bigger than blank. So I believe Twitch chat was quoting one of the speakers on the stream. That said it was the biggest raid ever.
All right, yeah, we might need to watch that shit back then. I don't know. If that's true, that's pretty crazy.
I mean, biggest raid doesn't necessarily mean longest.
It could just mean
like
largest
like,
in size,
expanse. Yeah. Like if this, I could very much imagine this space that we're looking at in this screenshot being all playable, and it's like the entrance encounter is like sparrows enabled. Like you go here, do a thing, then you sparrow like a scourge, like the scourge entrance. I could see it very much being like that.
Yeah, that's fair.
In which case, you know, they could say it's the biggest raid ever, but you know, not the longest or anything.
I mean, biggest raid ever, like size-wise, would still imply a pretty unique experience. I'd be happy with. Like,
that's true.
Massive. Maybe it's still like 3 or 4 encounters. Well, 3 encounters would suck, but if it's like 4 encounters,
yeah,
dude. Imagine a DPS phase like on a train, like the train just like comes to life.
That would be so
You're riding a
cool.
train, like, dude.
I would love like a dynamic DPS like that, like full
yeah.
movement.
I was talking about that at some point, like with like how they could design raid encounters to make them just feel much more cool, and like imagine you're doing something and your whole like prep phase is like booting up like a vehicle. You know what I mean? Or
yeah.
Like
imagine DPS, but it's like halfway through DPS, or like randomly you have to jump to like a different train car or something,
right.
or a different like a train pulls up next to you and you have to jump onto that.
Yeah, it'd be sick. What do you mean most encounters? Most encounters would be interesting. Okay, so I do need an auto, and I will need a kinetic weapon. Missed it when you went to the bathroom. I never went to the bathroom, bro. Whoa, that's delayed. What the fuck? Alright, we need... Actually, do I need melee kills here? Oh, I don't even have the melee exotic on, do I? Whatever. Surely that's 15 auto kills. Like, what are we... Oh, it's rapid defeats. Never mind. I'm trolling. Alright, now I need kinetic. I could just run this. Is this without dying? Yeah. Oops. Nice. One of the fellows did say newest raid is the biggest of all time because aren't the biggest raids technically Last Wish, King's Fall, SE? Yeah, you are right. Like, I mean, dude, to be completely honest, unless there's like, what's it called? An encounter that is just like massive in size. I can't even get a finny. It's not really like having 4 massive encounters would probably be as big as like just having 5 encounters, you know what I mean? If you think about it like from that perspective. I just can't get any special finnies. Is what it is. Apparently Ark did say, one of the guys said it's the biggest raid.
Wow.
But not like with context to it as to what biggest means.
Yeah, did you sorry, Toddy, did you answer my question about where in the stream you think it was? Because I was going to go back and find it. I'm just doing some odd jobs here, and then I'll go.
I would just look in the YouTube stream and just pay attention.
Oh,
to
no, yeah, I can just look at my
I don't remember what it was.
Oh, you're searching right now? Toddy? Jebediah?
Are any of these guys nightmares?
Oh, he's deafened.
I don't think they are nightmares. Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. Like if it's
Dan
just
trying
area.
to guess where we're heading from the image. He's probably right though, huh? Maybe.
Dude, he picks the one like the golden, yeah, like the golden triangle thing. I mean, yeah, probably, man.
It's funny.
Can I rally on this? Oh yeah. Yeah, what's good, Spect? How we doing, bro? You excited for Borderlands 4? Also, when is the Borderlands 4 release date? I don't know if you know that off the top of your head. I see you have the badge, so I'm assuming you know. I forget if it's August or September. Sep 12. For some, so it must have been. Oh yeah, I guess they only moved it up 2 weeks because it was supposed to be what, like the same exact day as Marathon or some shit. And for some reason, I thought they moved it up a lot, but it was just 2 weeks. I'll just listen to the song. I don't fucking know, bro. I don't even hear the music. Oh, what the fuck? How did this... Was I just listening to the same song on repeat? When PC crashed, I don't know if it got fucked up. This was a recommended song that I added to the playlist or some shit. Mobby. Collector's edition? No. Tell me. I might lose my melee. Who's this guy? Fucking Skinny Pete, bro.
Bro, I wish there was a way to like search Twitch chat or
like a control F function.
Yeah, there's no way to do it, dude. They keep that data too, because you can like go back in a VOD, but they don't let you search the data.
Yeah, I don't know. It's $250 and doesn't come with the game. So you don't get a video game. You just buy a collector's edition of. You get the collector shit. Just I don't know. I'm gonna probably.
I don't know.
Buy the most expensive version as long as it comes with DLC and like maybe some added bonuses. But it's just because I know I'm gonna want all the DLCs and I don't want to like keep track of what I have to buy over time. I just want to like have it all when it comes out. Sold separately, brother, to lock in. Yeah, that's insane. But, I mean, if you're getting a $250 value, like, I don't know. I already know you can't flip the order lines without DLCs. Dude, they're always, like, really good. 3 was just, like, all around, though, not great. I just did the Krieg DLC for the first time. I never played the Borderlands 4 DLCs until recently. Just because that game came out, and I just, like... I don't want to say it was a flop, but it just... I don't know. Krieg DLC was sick. Oh, my God, dude. I love his lore. Just, like... That's the shit I'm looking for, bro. Because the character... I don't know what it is, but the characters, like... This is the thing that Borderlands 4 is also going to struggle with. The characters are not, like... I felt so much more connected with the main Vault Hunters in Borderlands 2 than in 3. And I like in 4, they just don't look that cool either. They look like... I think the game has an issue where they're always trying to make a Siren and, like, a bunch of the same classes instead of, like, unique shit. I don't know. Feeling like you know the characters and they're part of the story is pretty important. They don't have Lodi, GG, true. SpongeBob yet? No. Is this spawned? What do I have to do to get this to spawn? Is it a ad threshold? Is it just killing the servitor? Dude, like... what am I missing? Just adds in the Hellmouth, I guess. Whatever. Side boss. It's a Goliath, I think. The amount of health it has is crazy. Interesting. Goliaths are fun, though. Like, when they just, like, constantly sit there upgrading. Sponge boss bullet pants? The fuck? You already blew a shot. I get along with old timers because my name's a reminder of how some people forgot. What the fuck? Wait, what's happening? Are they all just despawn? I have to do 25 enemies here. It's at Hellmouth, right? Yeah. Or is it Stars Harbor? Oh, it's Hive? Bruh. Like a singing stream? Nah, bro. I don't have a good voice. Bad RNG. Shout out Potterfoot 9. He's a grinder, bro. Potterfoot man. When does objective actually update to Hellmouth? So what are the other things? I have to... Yeah, whatever. I guess I can do that in Nightmare Hunts. K1 crew quarters and dispel the nightmare within. Oh, I just did that, didn't I? Yeah, because... Yeah, that one sucks ass. It's like... I think you have to do it multiple times. You have to kill everything to get the nightmares to spawn. This is definitely a new load zone. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I didn't realize my sword was already out. Whatever. Despawn Riz. I was asleep when Bungie stream was up. Did I miss anything? Nothing crazy. Like, you could always watch it back if you want some info, but I don't think there's anything, like, huge. We got excited because they said the raid was, like, the biggest they're making, so I don't know if it's going to be the most encounters or just, like, biggest in terms of land area, playable area, maybe. Went over, like, the power grind a little bit, but nothing, like, no information that wasn't already, like, super obvious. Like, 200 is going to be
or did you give up?
Soft cap.
I gave up. This
guy's got no grit.
No
Might be able to check my VOD from when we started arguing or yapping. Sorry.
Yeah.
See.
I think it was like second or third yap sesh.
They say that on stream? Somebody said it. That's what we were told. Bro, where's the fucking hive, man? Oh, actually, there's some up here. There's one fucking dude. They're so cool, bro. Just little satellites. Am I stupid, dude? Am I, like, wrong? Surely there's, like, gotta be more hive spawns. Oh my god, that's... Bro. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the lost sector. Okay. Bigger than G-Miner's forehead. Sure, dude. I'm really hoping shit doesn't get leaked in those 3 days, but I don't remember how much TFS was leaked. Where it came out early? Wait, is this a joke? Like it came out... What do you mean where it came out early? Did you see that one? No. What was the leak? Am I stupid? Really? I did not know that was a thing. Dude, like, how is my melee whiffing? Oh, sorry. You're right, TFS. I meant the raid, sorry. I was thinking of SE. I should have said SE instead of just TFS. In my head, I was thinking of like the raid and TFS, not just TFS. No, you are correct. Yeah, I do actually remember that. Oh, you know what? The nightmare is this little drag dude. That's what it is. It's this guy, and then there's like a little drag. Whatever. Try to kill him like it was PvP. Having the Hellmouth. Dude, the DSC raid leaks, yeah, man. I knew all of entrance. I had a map to entrance going into DSC day one. We were done that shit in like 5 minutes or something, and like I know other teams were there probably for like half an hour trying to figure shit out because you couldn't see anything. We were just like, all right, we go left and then right now, and then oh, then the next one is here. Yeah, no, you are right. Yeah, most of the time it isn't anything serious, I guess. Okay. Nightmare hunts. Tanix sucks, I'm pretty sure. I think Gall is easy. We'll see. Ghost had the encounter maps leaked somehow. Interesting. I didn't know that. Sometimes the leaks can be hard to find. Like, they're not always in, like, raid leaks, I feel like, are not always in leak servers. Soft lock in a strike, 2 strikes in a row. Sick, dude. Oh, fuck. Why am I loading in? Dude, he's already cleared like half the ads. I don't... Does that have matchmaking? What chance do I have? Actually, skating, that spare trick you were doing. Slipping. Slipping's fun. I think it's actually useful. Like, or it's just maybe not useful in like, you know, day one or some shit, but like, it's useful in a lot of areas in the game. Like your spare.
Oh, I found it. Hold on.
Oh, nice.
Goodness.
318. She must have uploaded it, right?
These are tricky as fuck. I'm for a nightmare hunt. Like, that guy wasn't tanky, what the fuck? Okay. Okay. That's my own fault. I hate that you put barricades down and you just default to crouched. I hate it so much. I actually wish the fucking crouch mechanic wasn't even a thing. I can't tell you how many times I've just... There's like actually been 0 times I've used the crouch mechanic. Right. If I want to crouch, I just crouch. Or the peak mechanic. Any of these nightmares? No. Oh yeah, you are right. I forgot. But the unstable's like, isn't it like double? I always forget.
No, so they say that Kepler is one of the deepest destinations they've ever built before.
Okay.
I think.
Hold on.
Interesting.
Right.
He's about to talk about Epic Raid, right? And Rise of Iron or Ashen Iron.
Epic Raid.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe that is the same thing that I was referencing. Llama. I found that in the thing, and he doesn't mention anything about the raid being the biggest at that point in time. I think there was a different reference to the raid.
Later on or earlier on?
I don't remember, unfortunately.
Actually, just that again.
Oh yeah, G. The Epic Raid is the expansion to the raid coming with the seasonal update for Ashen Iron.
So that's the next. What's it called?
Race.
The next like DLC after, or expansion, or season after, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
It's like the half season point.
Got you.
Yeah. So like in I think it said September or October or whatever, we get Ashen Iron, and that's when we get the Epic Raid.
Got you. Yeah, I agree with that, Grabby. I don't know how that happens. Like, it's muscle memory, but the muscle memory, like, that's where the timing changes. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
yeah, I don't know if it was real. I think that's the only time they mentioned the raid, to be honest. I think if more people caught on about it, we would have seen it on Twitter or something. I'll check Twitter though.
What was the timestamp for that?
19 minutes.
Into the Bungie stream?
Yeah, the VOD that is on the Destiny the Game channel.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll check the thing. I'll check the Twitch chat for them.
Alright, how many more times do I need to do that? One more. I need to get grenade final blows though.
Yeah, no, I don't think someone ever said that it was like the biggest raid ever. Because a minute after that timestamp, the Twitch chats come up where they're like bigger than SE? Question mark. And
Gotcha.
they never mentioned SE at all. So I don't know.
Okay, so I said that, and then Ark just straight up lied. He just said, yeah, one of the fellas said the new raid is the biggest one of all time.
I couldn't find that at least in that minute. GG.
I swear to God, that's what I heard. You're hearing what you want to hear, bro. You're hearing what we all want to hear. Okay, so does that give me... Yeah, is that grenade final blows? No, it's not. Okay. What? How's my base melee doing more than a conk? How did that no reg? Pick it up. Okay, I still need to keep killing. Where'd that nightmare go? Okay, I guess he just disappeared. What up, Ty? Yeah, I mean, dude, stasis grenades and strand grenades just like... I mean, strand grenades don't always really kill, but they just, like, don't work with anything, I swear. Okay, everything's just leaping over me. A really bad nade. What? I can't do anything against this. Or he's flying. I need to sneeze. Oh. God damn it. Holy shit. Bro, like, really? Oh my fucking god, bro. Alright. I need grenade kills. Sure, let us go like arc, oil storm. Storm nade's still good. Well, that is a lightning nade. Oh, this, whatever. Stream Borderlands 4. When it comes out, probably, yeah. I'm hoping he's good. Does that give me like all the kills I need? Not quite. I don't know if this will be, if this nade will be enough to kill it, to, like kill everything, but we'll see. How many more I need? One. What the fuck is that? Surely that kills. Please? Game? Game? That's unlucky, I guess. I don't know. I'd like... Whatever. Can I run past this guy? Yeah, I can. That is a tanky ass nightmare. Preferably, like... I'm actually gonna end my life. I can't get an 8 kill for the life of me. Okay, thank you. Alright. probably gonna call it there. I want to set up this new audio device, which should be set up for tomorrow, hopefully. I also got a new USB hub, so hopefully my mouse doesn't lag as much. I don't know if the USB hub's the issue or if it's just the mouse. But I'll probably do Solo Witness tomorrow again, so we'll pick it back up, and that should hopefully help with that. Just no more laggy mouse. Outside of Void Titan, just isn't really the mood for nades. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, Titan. I mean, a lot of the better nades in this game also are just kind of like utility based now. I feel like the game has moved so far away from, especially Prismatic, so far away from using nades to kill shit. Like the only class you really rely on nades is like Warlock, and you usually consume your grenade instead of actually throw it. So I don't know, or use it for a debuff or jolt or freeze or energy, shit like that. Am I missing something, or do we get a raid and campaign with Vex Incursion type activity for $40? I don't know. That's what it seems like we're getting. We get like a Vex Incursion type activity, a campaign, raid. Yeah. I don't know. I'd pay $40 just for the raid, bro. I'm gonna be honest. So I could care less. I just hope the raid's good. If the raid's bad, then I'll be upset. But it's more so like I'd still pay for a bad raid if it was $40. But I don't want to have to pay and then wait an entire year if the raid's bad. Is more the element that I don't like with raids being bad. You know, I don't have to wait another year for a chance at a good raid if we get a bad one. But yeah, that's it for today. Be around tomorrow. Probably reset time. Pick up Solo Witness. Hopefully clear this week, and then focus really on prep for the rest of the time till we have Edge of Fate. Peace. Later. Take it easy. Fuck.